Philadelphia. I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show.
Live from the Xfinity Studio. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. It is Friday across the Delaware Valley. Isn't it nice? Good Friday. Yeah. Let's go out. All right, let's start drinking. Weather's decent. Good stuff. And a lot of football stuff happening. It's the NHL trade deadline today. So we'll keep an eye on that. We kind of know, we kind of have an idea with Delorier and, Risto. It appears that those two will be the guys on the move. Not a good night last night. The offense, like the Flyers offense, they got to figure out Doc's got to figure out a way to open it up just a little bit, man. 16 shots against Utah last night. It was not good. Deadline today. But the big story on Action News, football tampering starts on Monday. The league year starts on Wednesday. And it's already happening. DJ Moore gets dealt from the Bears to Buffalo. And all the rumors about Maxx. The Cowboys are on Maxx. The Bears are on Maxx. Lane Johnson put the eyeball emojis next to the report that the Raiders are open to trading him. So we'll see about that. And then there's the AJ saga that continues. And it appears that New England, it's starting to heat up. It's been heated up. I tell you, I do know that the Patriots have made an offer for AJ. It's around a 1 and a 3. Not sure if the one, we'll talk to Mike Garafolo coming up at 9:20, but I'm not sure if the one's this year or next year, but I hear it's a 1 and a 3, and Howie said no. Howie's looking to, and I don't know if he's looking to say no to try to look at it for next year's one. There's some details, but Howie's masterclass when it comes to the art of the deal. If there's one person I trust on the planet, like to make a trade, it would be Howie. Like if I had to trade anything from my car, right, to anything to do with my kids, like their school, I don't know, they're football players, maybe someday, right? I would trust Howie in any of that. Like the guy is brilliant when it comes to negotiating and playing the market and reading the market and playing the games. Like every GM should sit with Howie, Dombo, before you're trying to make a trade. When you come in here and be GM, you eel, right? Like maybe if you got more lessons from Howie, Kawhi Leonard would be here, right? I don't know. But I do trust Howie when it comes to this. So I think he's playing it right, and we'll see if the trade gets consummated. But there's so many other moving parts to this roster. So many moving parts. Like, we talk about Nakobe Dean, and we think he's gone. Like, he's probably one that I would believe would be the lock that moves on, right? So he's the lock. Man, I sure hope it's not the Cowboys, but he is the lock to move on. Then it's like, well, what are we doing edge? Is it going to be Jalen Phillips? What are we doing tight ends? The interesting thing about Goddard, and you're going to have to pay him long term, the thing about Goddard is if he plays for another team next year, you take a dead cap hit. So there is that to think about as well. These contracts, it's very convoluted when it comes to the cap and the way everything's laid out. And that's where I have supreme trust in Howie. I think Howie knows what he's doing. So I give him supreme trust when it comes to that. A lot of other questions like Reed Blankenship. Because I kept hearing that, Reed's he's dying to come back. He loves it here, the whole thing. But, I mean, he could actually get paid a little bit. Like, there's talk about Zach Berman. I heard talking about how Reed could be an $8 to $10 million player. I mean, that changes the game, right? What about your other guys? Like, you still have to remember that Coop and Quinyon and Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, like, you have the nucleus of that defense that you're going to have to pay. So there's so many moving parts in this thing. The O-line and what the shape of the O-line is in. That's another aspect of it that you want to kind of figure out. So we'll talk to Mike because it's so incredible, this stuff. Like, the league is the best because you have all the moving and shaking up, and here's Trent McDuffie going to the Rams. It's crazy. It's so good. It really is. I love it. Freaking football's the best. They just have figured out a way to have a professional league, and it's run so perfectly that in the off season you're glued. It's still in your front lobe, right? Like, the idea is that when we're not playing games, how do we remain in your consciousness? Well, the NFL has figured that out. It's just absolutely brilliant. So we'll talk to Mike coming up about that. Baldy joins us. We'll go over some draft, obviously the whole league situation with Baldy. Brian Boucher will be with us about 10:40. Boucher. We'll talk NHL trade deadline flyers. Hey, Boucher was there for USA and the gold medal game, which was just freaking awesome. He was ringside during the games because he's great at it. So we'll talk to Boucher and, of course, Danny D and TV Todd and Todd and all of our friends that we love on our Fridays. Fridays are always special around here. We love our Fridays here at PHLY, the Anthony Gargano Show. That's presented by the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app and, of course, Xfinity. Good morning, VG.
What's up, buddy? You're the best. The best. Spring training is going on. The World Baseball Classic. Temple wins by 29. They're in the tournament. St. Joe's gets a double bye. It's from their tournament. Penn's in the Ivy. And it's March 6th, and you're like, football's the best, man. Football's just the best. I love it.
I can't wait for. There's good baseball stuff to talk about. I'm with you. I love the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
You, me, and the bro did a little mini pod about it. Went over the rosters. I love it. I love it. So tonight, USA, they are a 9.5 run favorite.
Did you see Japan list? Like we were like, who are they? We don't even know anyone on their team for the most part.
I saw they were up 14-0.
Yeah, they won 13 or 14. Oh, Tani had a grand slam. They smashed Taipei list.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. But the USA, who do they got tonight? They got Brazil. And they're a 9.5 run favorite.
All right, that should be fun.
Yeah.
No,
I'm all in.
Just teasing you, man.
And the Lizard was awesome yesterday. 3 innings, 2 hits, 5 strikeouts for the Lizard. Listen, if we get Painter, the rotation's going to be fun.
Yeah. The starters are ridiculous right now. They've given up like minimal earned
runs. Look great.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like imagine when Wheeler comes back. Sánchez, you're going to have, I love the Lizard. Big year for him, contract year. He's going to have a monster. Honestly, I'm sure you probably can't get a deal done. I'm sure he's going to want to bet on himself for free agency, but I would try to get a deal done.
Lizard?
Yeah.
Yeah, here they are. Sánchez, Luzardo, Nola, Painter, and Taijuan have combined for 14 innings pitched, 10 hits, 2 earned runs, 1.29 ERA, 0 walks, and 17 strikeouts. All right. Yeah. I'm optimistic.
Good. It is good. But you would also agree that the big story on Action News is football.
Listen, I just dropped it.
I like to play. To me, I have the old school newsman thing in the back of my mind, which is the inverted pyramid, right? Like, what's the biggest thing that people talk about? Like, I love college hoops, but let's be honest. Like, until the tournament starts, conference tournaments provides mild interest from people, but it's about the tourney, right? Mm-hmm. So it's about that. So you know that. I'm into the World Baseball Classic. Once it's got to get going, churning for people, and it's a little side thing that's fun. The NHL trade deadline, but we kind of know it should be kind of quiet. Couple of minor moves for the Flyers, you would call them. Risto's a little bit more than minor, but
I would like a big one. I want a big surprise. I want a tip it gone for a big package.
Yeah, I don't see
Something
it.
like that. I'm just kidding with you. I dropped it in Slack today, just a little bit ago. Again, I turn on Get Up. Should the Patriots go all in on A.J. Brown? Like, this is the story that just will not go away.
I know Mike was the first to report about the heating up of the trade and everything else. And he did it earlier in the week. I mean, Rappaport chimed in today. Everybody's, just looking at.
Don't you think a 1 and a 3 is a good haul?
Depends on what the one is. Like, maybe you don't like the one this year. Maybe you go, I want the one next year. Because if it's the one this year, it's 31. So you're going, I don't see it. I think if I'm Howie, I'd rather have the one next year because it's not going to be 31. It's probably going to be, somewhere in the low 20s. I don't think.
You don't think they repeat the same success?
No. No, I don't. I mean, you got to fix your O-line. I think they just call it. They're one of those teams that got hot, kind of got a little lucky and fortunate. Denver had them on the ropes, and then the weather came in. I don't think they're that. I don't think they're the best team in the AFC. So if I'm Howie, I go, hey, what if Drake May has a bad year? Like, it's just, and they take, and this is not on, like, look at Washington, right? Like, Washington was in the NFC Championship game, and then last year it was a dreadful season. Like, I could see a step back from New England, and who knows? It could be a bigger step back before they step forward. I like Vrabel. I think Vrabel's a good coach. But why not play for the pick for next year?
So you'd be okay. You think a 3 this year and a 1 next year? That would be more appealing, maybe? I just feel like a 3 and a 1 is pretty good. I don't know if you're going to get better than that.
I don't know. I mean, because the 1 next year is already devalued. It doesn't have the same value as the 1 this year.
Right.
So how we could go, give me a 2 this year. Because, again, they're picking 31st, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, I don't know this. I'm just kind of playing armchair GM because I like to play armchair GM. And if I'm Howie, I go, I want a 2 this year and a 1 next year.
All right. I trust him. We'll see what happens.
Would you rather have a 2 this year and a 1 next year than a 1 this year and a 3 next year?
I don't know because I think I'm still optimistic Maxx Crosby's got a chance. It seems to be the Eagles are still mentioned. I don't know what I would say. Whatever helps you get Maxx.
Well, by the way, if you still have if you get a 1 either way, doesn't matter. The 1 again, even the Raiders will look at it the same way. Like,
all right.
Give me the 1 next year.
All right.
So it's more arsenal. I don't know. I don't know how the numbers work with Maxx because if you move AJ to get the necessary booty to get you Maxx, you're taking on dead cap money.
Yeah. I find all these caps so confusing, man. It just seems like such a simple thing. It should be, here's the cap, and
can I tell you, like, it's funny. You have people that love to talk cap. Like, when I am talking about trades, I'll cursory mention the cap because it impacts on, the NBA. Like, the money has to match and all this stuff. Like, so I'll mention it, but I don't go down that rabbit. I don't like it. I don't enjoy the cap stuff. Like, some people love it, right? Some people are more, they love I'm not a finance guy, right?
Yeah.
It never interests me, unfortunately, much to my dismay, right? Much to, dismay of my wife, right? I just, the money's not something I've ever been interested in. The players I like, right? Yeah. The sport I like. So I leave the cap stuff alone. Like, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of knowing what dead cap is and each contract. And it doesn't interest me.
Yeah.
It's the least interesting thing of modern sports.
Yeah. And it's just so complex and confusing, man. All these,
once you're in it and you're operating in it, you can figure it out. But I mean, that's not fun. I don't think that's fun. Like,
some people
like sports. Some people love it.
Yeah. Well, Bodner's a great numbers dude. Great
He
cap guy.
That's a great example.
Yeah.
Because Derek is great at it. He's
Yeah.
also a great basketball guy. And he's great at the numbers and knowing the cap inside and out. And God bless him. Because I just had no interest in it.
How'd you do in math in high school and stuff?
I was in English. I did all right. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't horrible, but you know,
Yeah, I was the same.
I was like a B.
I hate it. Yeah, I'm gonna stay with you.
I was
a
a B,
it.
but I was in English. I was an A. Like that was my strength. But math always a B. The numbers thing. I don't know. I know it's the secret of the universe.
There's some people anti-Maxx in
3,
here.
6,
I'm trying to
9.
figure out why, but
Anti-Maxx?
yeah, I don't know why. I'm trying to get an answer. Jake Friel doesn't want Crosby. Joe Rockhead, same.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, put Maxx next to
Jalen
Jalen Carter,
Carter?
Jordan Davis, and
Yeah.
Felix Hunt, and I don't know. I mean, what's not to like about that?
I know.
And like he's in his prime. Now, the only argument I can make against it is like, what if I told you? Like again, we're gonna see how the roster shakes out. But what if I told you that this year was a retool year? Not you're not going to drop out of the wilderness into the wilderness. Like you're still going to be competitive, and you're still going to be, like
Probably win the division.
I hope, but like banging it out for the division. But it's still a step back while you kind of reshape things and maybe reshape your coaching staff and kind of look for that, it's kind of the gateway to the future.
Yeah.
Right? Because even on defense, right? Vic, I don't know how many years Vic is going to, like, he flirted with
I think
retirement
this is it with him, right?
the last 2 years. So, this could be it for him. So then you're going to look at the future defensive coordinator. And I don't know what happens with Mannion and how the offense kind of all comes together. You have like a lot of issues everywhere, right? Like, so this could be one of those years. How we could be looking at it going, all right, what was the 1 year, 2021? It was 2021 because 2022 they're back in the Super Bowl. It's kind of like a little step back.
Yeah, I hear you.
Reset. I should say reset, not retool.
Yeah, they're not going to be like.
Would you be good with that?
Yeah, that's kind of my mindset right now.
All right.
I feel like that's where they're at right now.
I like it. All right, we got to take a quick TO. Mikey G is coming up in 2 minutes, so we'll go through all that stuff with our man Mike Garafolo. Nobody's better than Mikey G. He's coming up next, but first, a word from our friends. Let's talk Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. Make your downtime fun time on the online casino and sportsbook app. The best. Always another way to win. New casino users get 250 bonus spins on the hot online slot game Gold Trio Leprechaun's Luck. You ready?
Yeah.
Ready to play?
Yeah, I love a good
You get
leprechaun
that?
game.
Plus up to $1,000 bonus back in the first 24 hours.
Let's do it.
Let's play the Leprechaun.
Yeah.
Play real casino games, real money. Bet on all your favorite sports right here. Full slate of pro and college hoops tonight, tomorrow, this weekend, the baseball tournament, everything on the app where there's always another way to win. You got to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. New users only. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details. Casino bonus must be wagered. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Hey, you ever have one of those days you're running so much you realize you forgot to eat? Well, that's why I've been loving what Wawa's doing these days. Wawa now has $5 deals all day long. Honestly, it makes life so much easier. You're starting early. You grab the $5 big breakfast meal deal. We're talking breakfast sandwich, hash brown, any size hot or iced coffee. That's a full morning win for $5, 5 to 11. Then later in the day, the value keeps rolling. Crispy chicken sandwich created your way, $5. And they even got new teriyaki recipes. Love the teriyaki for a limited time. It's real food, real value, built for busy days. No planning, no overthinking. Swing in, grab what you need, and keep it moving. Start your day strong. Fuel up whenever you need Wawa's $5 deals. Limited time, exclusive supply. See Wawa.com for details. Gotta have Wawa. All right. Cannot wait. My man's on top of it. This is his busy season, man. He's in it. You want news? Our own Mike Garafolo, South Philadelphia's own, all right? I mean, he's on top of it. He's the best. Follow him. Watch him, all right? The insiders. Make sure you check him out right here on the Xfinity mobile call-in line. Michael!
I can send you better pictures if you want. Jeez.
Yeah, send over whatever you got.
Yeah, you're due to retool. You should retool the whole lineup now.
You know what? Here's what you should do. Get a picture of me and my wife in there because I'm punching above my weight class, okay?
All right. Yeah. You got anything
Weighing
on
above the
Instagram?
rim.
I'll find it on
I'll kick you my coverage.
Oh, yeah, send it to me then. Yeah.
Text you the picture.
Yeah, VG@allphly.com.
Yeah, I'll text you. Relax. Give me emails like throw it out.
Seriously.
Like
Yeah,
he's sitting right there. I was going to remember that.
You
I was going to go home and play it back. You know,
How about your home address?
When he rewatches his spot with
All
him.
right, I need enough pleasantries. The big
Okay,
takeaway brought to us by Xfinity. My brother, you're all over it. All right, all your reports being cited all across the country. Let's begin with the big one, of course, on everybody's mind. It's AJ. Latest that you hear.
Howie is holding firm, and now you're seeing teams like Buffalo that were in it saying, you know, got to grab the old bird in the hand versus the two in the bush, right? And now really all eyes are toward New England right now to see if that's a possibility, and because you know the connection there, it's been talked about, and they definitely have been talking to them. There's no question in my mind, and they have to make a decision because they're coming up on free agency here, and Alec Pierce has been a guy that's been mentioned in connection to New England. I've had people go, Pierce's deal's already done to New England. It's that time of year where it's like, okay, we're still 3-4 days away. I'm sure that there's been talk between the Patriots, and even though it's not supposed to be, talk between the Patriots and Alec Pierce. So, at this point, we're coming close. Now there's a couple of ways this plays out, right? Maybe you get to the start of the league year and Howie goes, okay, like we're keeping him. He's in the fold. And then we get closer to the draft, and maybe it rekindles. And then we get into training camp, the season. Now you're after June 1st, which I know is preferable from a salary cap standpoint. There's a couple of ways that this could play out. And frankly, it's a challenge for Howie to figure out how to do it, not just from a personnel salary cap standpoint, but from a personality standpoint.
So if he said, hey man, I'm not doing it. I'm not getting what I want.
Yeah.
And AJ, you're with us.
Yeah.
How do you think that goes over with AJ? Because and again, the Eagles like him. So
yeah, I think somewhat okay. I'm going to sit down in a second. I promise you. I think somewhat okay, right? It's not going to be adversarial. It's not like he's asking to be traded, right? It's not like he's been working with he's been working with them, and they've been working with him. He doesn't have a no trade clause, right? He doesn't have that kind of power here, but they want to make sure that they do right by a guy that they really like and appreciate, and they want it to work for all parties. And there's certain places that he wants to go. I know he's not going somewhere with an uncertain quarterback situation. That's not his preference. And that's why when we talk about whether it was the Bills and Josh Allen, or I heard the Rams were in at some point, it doesn't sound like the Chargers are going down that road, but that would be a place I think that he would like to go from what I gather. Drake May in New England, right? It's got to be a place where, okay, the quarterback situation is settled. I'm not commenting on Jalen. I'm just saying if he winds up going somewhere else. I saw your face. I saw your face, cuz.
No, listen, I hear the same thing. I get, we all kind of understand it. It's whatever. We don't need to go down the rabbit hole.
Well, I mean, but that's where it gets into, okay, if he's going to stay, if he's going to be in the mix. Now, how do you manage it? I've been
Well,
on here
that's my
saying
whole point, which is, yeah, I think the Eagles would be fine. Like, all right, like I'm not in a hurry. I know Howie is not in a hurry. Oh, my man, look at
got the
Wawa.
Wawa mugs.
I love it.
I don't know. That's a tough thing because there's been so much intervention already. There's been it's not like oh, this popped up last year and now we got to figure out a way to like, hey, guys, put that, like, this has been, they've tried to get this on the right track. Now, the only thing that leads to confidence on their end is we won the Super Bowl while a lot of this stuff was going on. And that was the tone last year. It was like, yeah, this is nothing new. You guys think it's just like we've been dealing with this even when we won the Super Bowl. Okay, great. There's only so many times you can keep going back to that well or keep plugging holes in the shit. So that's my biggest question on this one, and I don't know the answer to that, Ant.
Yeah. What do you think?
I also one more thing. I don't know if this is all posturing by Howie, and in the end, he's just going to go, I'm just going to take the best deal, right? Like, this may be all the communication to other teams, which he knows is going to get back to us, which is why I'm saying he's got a high price and he's sticking to it, may just be like, I'm going to play this out to the last possible moment, and then I'm going to say, okay, whatever the best deal is on the table from New England, let's take it, and he winds up trading. We'll see.
Is there a, because first of all, Alec Pierce is not enough. They got rid of Diggs. Like, they need AJ. Like, New England needs AJ Brown. Like, AJ Brown's way better than Alec Pierce. I like Alec Pierce as a deep threat, right? But he's not AJ Brown. Could it be that Howie goes, hey, I want the one next year, not this year. This year's 31. Next year, like, who knows, right? Like, I don't know, the Patriots are going to lock to repeat. Who knows what happens?
Can't be much worse, right? Like, it's a different, if you're at like 17 to 20, right? You go, well, it could be better, but it could be worse. Like, this is one where
well, you're 31.
Exactly. That's so there's two ways to that. Like, that's the way that I would do it in an ideal world, but you also need help now, right? If you're taking away one of your premier players, you've got to help the roster now. So how do you balance that, knowing that you've got yourself a late first round pick? It's basically a 2 in the minds of NFL evaluators. But if you get next year's pick, you could be potentially that much higher. Drake May could break his leg in week 1, right? Like, it's just, there's things that can happen, and they've done it before. Like, they've made trades before, and it winds up being better. You know, the Colts deal was with Carson was a 3 in year 1, and then a conditional 2 that became a 1 in year 2, if I recall that correctly, right?
Yes.
And that wound up being an extremely smart way of them playing it, and a way to get themselves draft pick collateral moving forward. They were in a better position, I think, roster-wise. That at that point, I shouldn't say roster-wise, they were just in a better position because when they traded away Wentz, he wasn't going to be their quarterback anyway,
right?
Versus the guy who's going to be your number 1 receiver. So this is, of all the challenges that Howie Roseman has had, and he's had plenty, and he's missed on some, and he's done a great job with a lot, this is maybe the most challenging situation in my mind for him.
Yeah, it is.
And I think the high price, because of the salary cap pain that you're taking on, especially if you do it pre-June 1st, that's a big reason for the high price as well. Yeah,
and the other issue too is, is Howie looking at this thing like a reset, not a retool, but a reset, in that, you got a new coaching staff, the offense, you got questions everywhere on the offense, right? So, and then next year, you're going to have to plan for next year too, because next year you got to figure out, all right, who's my core, who I'm paying defensively, who's my defensive coordinator, because you assume that Vic probably, this is probably last year for Vic after the 2 past years. So this could be one of those, hey, I could be competitive and reset the thing. And, he could be thinking along those lines too.
He can't. I mean, if you've got your Super Bowl quarterback, Super Bowl MVP quarterback, you're not resetting anything ever, right? You're not. Think about it in terms of, Cincinnati with Joe Burrow, and he's been hurt and it hasn't worked out in that regard. But you're doing this and you're making moves, knowing that you're going to be, because you're in your window. You're in your window right now. And if you're going to make a hard decision about Jalen Hurts at some point in the near future, or near to long-term future, that's going to potentially change things if you're not prepared for that, if you don't draft ahead of that. Which, by the way, Tanner McKee, I know there's been mentioned. Like I heard that they are firm on we're not moving unless they get blown away. But firm on that.
I heard that too. I heard that
McKee.
too.
That McKee's going to wind up still being their number 2 this year.
Yeah.
So it's a delicate balance. You can never. There are some towns where you can tear down.
That's why I guess I don't know what's less dramatic, retool or reset.
It's a different word that means the same thing to me, right?
Versus one is less dramatic. So I thought reset.
Which one? Retool?
Or was it retool? Right, one or the other thing. That one's quicker than the other.
You say rebuild.
Well,
we're talking about
whoa.
And that's what this is not.
Drywall down.
This is not a rebuild.
Yes. No. This is a retool, reset. Reset is worse. You said retool or reset?
So to me, reset of dramatic, it goes reset, retool, rebuild.
You're going, but rebuild's the most dramatic.
Right.
Hold on.
Okay. Let's do it this way. All right? You calibrate head. Rebuild, right? Retool, reset.
No, reset is closer to rebuild. Retool is like, you're going in for a tune-up, right? You got a pit
quick
stop.
reset.
You're changing the tires.
I need a quick reset. I'm going to reset quick reset.
That's like a Control-Alt-Delete, though. Reset your computer. It's like a restart almost, like a reset.
Yeah, the Nintendo, you reset the game, you're starting over, right? That's
it.
Okay.
No.
I'm down with that. I'm down with the verbiage.
We got there.
But I just feel like, listen, on top of the quarterback and the wide receiver, Lane Johnson's not going to play that much longer. Landon Dickerson's not going to play that much longer. They had questions on that offensive line. There's a lot going on here with this team and with this offense. He'll never have a full-blown, honest conversation with me. I wish he would.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what's happening in his head right now.
Yeah, I know. Me too. All right, let's kind of move. Crosby, because Lane tweeted the eye emojis. Well, I know that Lane's close to Maxx.
Right.
And Lane might have been texting Maxx to recruit him. You never know. Right?
Right. But then you throw the eyeballs, it's like I know something, right? Howie just told me
it's not Howie. I know Maxx is the guy. Right. He and Maxx may be tight.
Right, and they both trained with Jay Glazer in the past, so they
have a lot of good.
But I never know if it's like, hey, Lane's on the way. Watch this. Watch what I'm about. Or if it's Maxx saying, hey, throw something out there.
Yeah.
Now the Maxx Crosby thing is interesting because you and we talked about it. I've said repeatedly, I lean more toward them trading him than not trading him. I felt that way the whole way. Is that my internet going? You guys got me? All right. I felt that way the whole time. I still do. It's now sort of openly being discussed and talked about, and everybody seems to understand that it's more likely than not. I just don't know the time frame for it, and I don't know if because the price of two ones. Which is extremely high. That's weird. I'm now. If it's New England's one, that's a different story, right? Like New England, I do 31 in next year because I'm confident that it's still going to be like your 2 back of the first round picks there. That's the So if you're doing that, 2 ones make sense. If you're up higher in the first, it's 1 and then whatever you want on top of that, whether it's a player or a pick.
Who are the teams you think would be most in? Right. So
most in.
Yeah, the teams that would be the most aggressive, you think, the biggest suitors for Crosby.
Yeah. I certainly put the Eagles. I put the Eagles in there. Dallas, but I don't think that they would hang with the bidding because they just traded away a younger guy at the same position.
Right.
To get the picks, and then you're going to trade. This makes no sense from that.
Right. Well, that's what they do. They don't make sense.
Right. Well, Okay, it would have to be. Well, they did. Hey, listen, they did trade for Quinn, and then they gave up a 1 and a 2 for him. Uh, Chicago certainly in the mix there for Maxx Crosby as well. I did hear Seattle mentioned at one point that they would entertain
Wow.
the possibility of making that happen there, but I don't know how strongly they're in it right now. Who am I missing? Yeah,
No,
I
I mean,
mean,
I think that's the kind of it. I mean,
yeah.
Washington, but I don't think Washington's there.
Washington, yes, Washington, certainly. Um, yeah, I mean, I could then name another 10 teams, but it's like,
Right. No,
are
but
these?
like the teams
Yeah,
that would be
right,
aggressive
right,
to
right.
go after him.
Yeah, I think that's the list.
All right. So now let's go back.
Hold on. Is Maxx trolling us? Because I'm looking through his Twitter. On March 3rd, he puts "fear less, do more" with an eagle emoji.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I didn't see that one, but I heard he put an eagle in something.
So I mean, him and Lane just trolling us.
Well, doesn't he have like an eagle tattoo on him already, right? Or is that
No,
like? I think he does.
he
So
does. Yeah.
you can hide behind that, but
Yeah.
also sending out signals, and
Yeah.
listen, I'm sure he'd love to come here, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure he would if you gave him his druthers of where he would wind up. I mean, he certainly wants to compete. That's the biggest thing for Maxx Crosby. I'm such a good player. I'm such an accomplished individual player. I've got team goals that I haven't reached now. And a team that just won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, Vic Fangio, an amazing coordinator. The chance to get back and compete and play in meaningful games. I'm sure Maxx would love that. There's no doubt.
You know what's interesting? Can you imagine if you put Maxx next to Carter and Davis? Like, how with those linebackers, with Cooper and Quinyon, like, oh my God, that defense would be the greatest defense, but it would be on par with the Buddy defenses.
It would be pretty. I mean, and don't Zach? You're skipping over Zach Bond at the second. Not skipping.
No, I
Zach
said
Bond.
the two linebackers.
I mean,
Yeah,
right. You're solid everywhere. You're solid on all three levels. And Jalen Phillips. We're talking about him. He's going to be into the 20s, right? And what's Maxx Crosby? He's into the 30s. It's not an overly. It's not
right.
a crippling deal in the way that Micah.
Now, what
Parsons
is Danielle Hunter with him getting 40? What is that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe he'd want an adjustment, or maybe he'd just be happy with, let me get somewhere. I made enough money. I'm going to make more money. Let me get somewhere and compete and not hamstring them. I don't think it's a money grab.
No, I don't
never
either.
get that sense. It's a guy who wants to compete and wants to play in a winning team. That's what it is.
What about Goddard? Like, what do you hear about Goddard? If he plays somewhere else, there's a $10 million dead cap hit.
Yeah, the cost of pushing things forward, and it's the price you got to pay. And I mean, you can't escape it too. Any new deal would just really push it, and you try to smooth it over into the future. So it's like it's always going to come due at some point. And as long as the salary cap continues to increase, you can kind of smooth that stuff over. Which is why I think it's sort of baked into the age. Like if AJ Brown gets traded, Goddard is back in Philly, so that helps. That because you're taking that huge cap hit. If AJ's back, you're not taking the same kind of cap hit with AJ. And so Goddard is gone and you're assuming that like it's sort of interconnected that way. And that's why I had, the other day when I mentioned it, the other day with regard to them wanting to bring Goddard back and expressing an interest, but until the AJ part gets solved, they can't really do. So if AJ's there, Goddard's not there. This is pretty much a simple formula in my mind.
What about Blankenship? Because
have not really. They've talked, but have not really engaged. And that doesn't mean. I think he's in that same boat of how much money do we have to go around? Because if we're paying AJ and we're trying to get a Jalen Phillips back, and again he's in the $20+ million per year, it's going to make it hard on Reed. I know they'd like to have him back. They'd like to have all their guys back.
Right.
They're really trying. It's not like they've got any free agents where we're like like even the Kobe Dean's going to probably wind up elsewhere, but it's not.
Yeah, well, that you can expect. I mean, isn't Dallas like the kind of
Dallas is one
Parker,
of them. Yeah, Dallas is one. I think he's got a few teams and coaches out there and evaluators that like his skill set. So it's just it's not. There have been free agents they've had before where it's like that guy's gone. thanks, don't let the door hit you type stuff. And this is not it. I don't, for any of them. I really don't. They've got a good collection of guys that are going to get paid if they go elsewhere, and they're going to contribute elsewhere.
All right. Let's keep rolling. Phillips, you talked about. Phillips, is he going to get a lot of heat? Like, is there going to be a lot of heat for him?
Yeah, I think so. Young pass rusher. I'm just checking. Diana Rossini. I like Diana. She's my buddy, my Jersey buddy. Eagles holding firm on their steep asking price for A.J. Brown. The Patriots have poked around. The Chargers are another team to keep tabs on the situation. I mentioned them to you earlier. I don't think they're going to be aggressive on it. I really don't. I think they've had some conversations. I just don't think that they're going to be strong players for that one. What was the question?
About Phillips. So Phillips, you expect to get a lot of heat.
Yeah, young pass rusher. What would you? Ant, I'll give you a price. Ant. Let's go. Let's not go as high as 25. Let's go 23. 23 million. Would you pay that?
Yes.
You would. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Because when we've talked.
Well,
before,
I was hearing 27.
You were what?
I was hearing 27.
I was going to make my way.
A friend of mine was saying in the league he's going to get 27.
I was going to make my way up. I was trying to figure out where your out was. Okay, 25. You're in.
Here's the problem, right? Who's my replacement? Right? Like, therein lies my issue. Like, am I going all the way in on Maxx? Right? If I'm not doing that, well then I might as well focus on Phillips.
If I'm paying 20, you got to trade too. But I was going to say, if I'm paying 27 for Phillips,
I'm going to Maxx.
Right? Yes. Exactly. Yeah. I was just trying to figure out where you're.
At 23, I go, all right,
yeah,
I'll do it. I just need another edge. I mean, I don't know where to go there. I have no, I don't have depth there. And listen, that side of the ball I need to be able to lean on that side of the ball because my offense is going to take a minute to kind of get on track. And even when it does, I'm a heavy run team, right?
Yeah.
So I need my defense to marry my offense.
Yeah. They're built almost from the inside out in the defensive line, right? Especially if you're going to pay Jordan Davis. Yes. By the way, you're almost built from the inside out. You can't have everything, And then what are you going to do with Jalen Carter? I mean, maybe you say, okay, he plays out his deal and he goes elsewhere, and you got 5 great years out of him.
Well, I might even tag him. Like I don't know. I'm looking at it. Listen, we all know about him. He's a tremendous talent. Will he be there every snap? And how's his head? Right? Like those are my questions about paying him.
But at what point, if you're Carter and Rosenhaus, who's been through this before, turn up the heat and go, no, you're not just going to sit here and pay us for 6 years total and then get rid of us. Like this is our pressure point. We're not showing up for camp. We're not doing this. We're holding out, or holding in. It's just hard to have it all. And there's not a great pass rushing market. You can try the trade market. You can try to draft one. There are some guys in this draft that guys seem to like, but it's not an instant impact. And when I asked you about Jalen Phillips, I thought you were on, he was hot out of the gate and then sort of cooled off.
Well, I brought that up to you last week about how he was great out of the gate and was just okay after that. My issue is I don't have another edge. That's my problem. Like this draft's great edge, but it's top heavy with the edge.
Yeah. And
I'm not getting up there. Hey, what's Kansas City doing? All right. Because my boy was not happy about the trade. Meanwhile, McDuffie to the Rams. The Rams are vicious, man. They're just they may be the most well-run organization in sports next to the Dodgers.
Yeah. They're going for it. They're going for it right now. Because they're interesting because they've got so many more contracts. Puka, Kobe Turner, Jared Verse. They've got so many guys just up front, like sort of like the Eagles, but both tackle. They got to pay these guys coming, and usually teams will be like, "Well, we're not going to do those deals now, or we're not going to do big deals now because we've got to do those deals later. They may wind up trading those guys, right? They may get to the point where we can't pay all of them, so we're going to trade this guy, get some of those picks back, then potentially bleep them picks again and use them for a trade. I also heard Stafford is going to come in at a lower number this year, which is going to potentially help them. That hasn't been adjusted just yet. I got to see what happens on that one. But yeah, they are going for it. They've got, and if Stafford does that, it's like, hey, sort of Tom Brady-ish. I'm in because I understand what we need to be successful, and let's win one more and let me ride off into the sunset type deal.
Yeah, yeah. You could. They're gonna. Is Devontae Adams back?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're just scary.
I mean, they were in on AJ potentially until the McDuffie deal took them because financially they're going to have to. Do something with him there. So yeah, it's
all right.
a lot of moving parts in a team that's going for it.
All right, I got a couple quick ones and then I'll let you go. But McDuffie, like, what are the Chiefs doing? Like
they still have Jalen Watson on the other side that I know that they like. He's not as highly drafted as McDuffie. He was a 7th-round pick, but he really came along. He's going to make some money and potentially there. They could. There's some talk about L.J. Sneed, L'Jarius Sneed, whom they let go, but potentially bringing him back and getting him into the fold. And there's a few routes that they can take here, and they've got some stuff up their sleeve. They also want to spend a little bit on the defensive line as well. So, and running back, they're going to be in the mix for some running backs as well. So they had to make a tough decision. I know a lot of people in that building were not happy. I mean, Patrick Mahomes put it right at damn. It was his post there, soon after that. You mentioned your boy wasn't happy. There are a few folks on that side of the ball that were not happy. So they got to, I'm sure Veach gave him the old, relax. I got a plan.
Right, there's a plan. Well, listen, I know that they got to get their offense unleashed. Like, you're wasting Mahomes. Like, you got to be able to protect them.
Yeah. Yeah, they got I don't know what that means. It's not Eagles related. Sorry.
No, this is the greatest though. The greatest is the fact that it's video.
I got like,
and I'm watching you because you're getting one rapid text after another and you're processing and trying to be interviewed at the same time. It's actually great stuff.
Looks like he's ready to break some news.
Right. You look runner.
No,
do you remember Harry would say Whitey would say he looks runnerish?
Yeah.
You look runnerish. Like you got a couple of stories ready to pop.
Yeah. He looks runnerish. Oh, it takes me back. Yeah. Are we still talking Chiefs?
No, don't worry about it. All right, last question.
If it's bad for you, imagine my wife, how she feels.
Yeah, last question. So if you had to say right now, AJ is either traded or not traded, which is it?
Hold on, let me take a sip of my
Wawa coffee.
Final answer, like Regis Philbin, final answer?
Final answer. What is your final answer?
R.I.P. Regis, my former Fox Sports 1 colleague. I think he gets moved.
Yeah.
I think he gets moved. And it's got to happen. Today's Friday. It's got to happen in the next 2 days. So
there it is.
Buckle up today, Ant. Let's see.
Final answer. You're the greatest, brother.
Hey, if you hear anything,
I will. I'll send it right over.
All hands, all hands on deck.
I did. Listen, I always said you got it. I love you, my man. See you, brother. There he is, Mikey G. We're talking in code half the interview. So you guys could hey chat, hi chat. You guys could put 2 and 2 together, right? Like you got it, right? Like so, the 1, the 3. New England's desperate, right? Like New England needs a receiver that's not Alec Pierce, right? Like they want AJ. AJ wants them now, and Howie's going no 1, 3, and all this other stuff, like the Goddard thing, right? It makes sense. AJ's traded, Goddard stays. And then you could draft a tight end. You're not worrying about where you're drafting that tight end. Like, because there's tight ends day 2 and day 3 that you can get to fill that need.
And your boy's just hanging outside pacing in his khakis. Harbaugh just out there. He's a team that Rossini's saying they're checking it out. They're still in on AJ.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Mike. I don't think it's the Chargers. I think it's New England. I think it's always been New England, and I think it's just been all right.
Doesn't Howie have to have some
haggle.
He's got to have some other team, right, to try and play it off of?
Sure, he played off Buffalo.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Right? Up until DJ Moore last night.
Right.
Now I'm sure he's playing at, like, Diana brings out the Chargers. We really hadn't heard a lot about the Chargers, but suddenly the Chargers are out there. Well, where do you think that's coming from? Right? Like, this is Howie as a masterclass creating the pressure about hey, you know what? You're not going to give me what I want? All right, I'm going to go to the Chargers. Because look at the Chargers. They got McConkey, Ladd. That's it. They need AJ. You know they need AJ. I'm going to trade him right in your AFC, right in your conference. Stick it up your gigi.
Conference, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's Howie's mentality. And then you use all the insiders to get out the pressure.
Yeah.
Hey, Mikey G, I'm going to get my second round pick and my one.
It's really heating up over here, Mike G. A lot of offers coming in.
Like, I mean, it's not out of the equation.
Nobody's got it better than the Harbaughs. He wants to go there.
But, like all that stuff, I
don't see nothing. I don't know nothing.
But this is where, chat, you get it. Like, right?
Eddie Wright saying he called AJ to the Chargers a month ago.
It's going to be New England. Good job, Eddie. Now, let me ask you a question. Because Mike said this, and I do not want to go here, but I have to just bring it up because Mike said it.
Yeah.
So Mike says, AJ, like if Howie said, no, AJ, I'm not trading you. You're coming back here. And it's like, we've been mediated. Like, so he's got an issue with Jalen, yet he's like, I want quarterback stability, and I'm going to go to Drake May or Herbert, right? Like, like,
there's no way.
How do you reconcile?
There's no way he can come back. There's just no way.
How do you reconcile that?
He doesn't. There's no way.
How do we reconcile that he believes that?
What do you mean?
How do we reconcile that AJ believes he's better off with those other quarterbacks than the quarterback he won a Super Bowl with?
Well, I mean, I kind of think he is. Like, I agree with him that he'd be better off. I think in his world, he'll put up 1,300 yards. He'll get the passes he wants. I think he will be better off at another location.
Well, what's that saying about Jalen?
It just doesn't work right now for him. The system here just doesn't work. I can't have AJ coming back with a first-time play caller who's, 30 years old, and the same quarterback, and Nick Sirianni. No way, dude. No. No. I know they won a Super Bowl. That was year 1 when he was disgruntled. Now this is year 3 of him being disgruntled. No way, man.
Yeah, but it's even.
And he's not a bad dude. It's just like, we see it. He's not going to be into it.
Of course not, but if you're skipping over the lead of the story, which is Jalen. Like,
well, I'm not ready to open up that can today. It's Friday.
I know.
I don't want to go down
there. Garafolo just said it, and I'm going, well, wait a second, because as we're talking about, and I agree with you guys, it should be retool, reset, rebuild, right? Like, you were right.
Well, everyone was like, resets on you.
You guys are right. You guys are right.
Turn Nintendo off.
I was trying to think because you always say quick reset, like, so it makes me believe it's quick, right? Like, boom, boom, quick reset. But I agree with you. Retool is the least of that.
The chat's putting pressure on me. They think I'm a snitch. They're like, what did it say? What did it say, VG? I didn't even see it. I don't know nothing.
But you know, Mike said you got your Super Bowl quarterback, so you can't.
You're always in it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then your receiver, your best receiver, it's so
because he doesn't care about winning the Super Bowl. He has said that now. He won it, and it wasn't great. He needs to win the one-on-one battles every play and get the ball. He doesn't care. I mean, a winning's nice, but and I get it, man. He's got his legacy. He doesn't want to be 1,000-yard. He should be one of the top 3 receivers of football.
I mean, I don't know.
I know where you're trying to drag me. I'm not going there. It's Friday.
I'm trying to drag you.
I
anywhere.
love Jalen. Jalen's perfect, just not perfect for AJ.
I'm not trying to get you anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
This is gonna be a fun couple days, man. This is gonna be a fuck. I love this stuff. Like I do. I love this stuff.
You're in on Jalen Phillips at 23.
23 to go.
He just seemed like
going rate's 27.
He just
28.
seemed like a guy for like the second half of his season
What am
here.
I supposed to do? I need an end. Where am I going to go for an edge?
That's a lot of money, man.
Okay, all right. So I say no. Where am I going to do?
Chubb, I guess. That's what people are saying. That's what Franny said.
I know. Do you like
Chubb?
Chubb?
No, I'd rather have Nick Chubb.
Stinks. I mean, I
love it when you say it like that.
I mean,
Chubb stinks.
I mean, Nick Chubb. I mean, I'm not in love with Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb's the running back. What's it? Was Bradley?
Bradley Chubb. Yeah, Nick Chubb, the running back. Yeah.
I take him.
He stinks. Nick Chubb actually said he's in Texas. He was as slow as me running the ball. Bradley Chubb, excuse me. I'm just not. I mean, I think Phillips is better than Chubb. I know people thought that they were like on this equal footing.
Yeah.
I think Phillips is better now. Phillips, at the very least, was close to the quarterback. Like
I know that's what the numbers people are saying. But
hey, dude, I want upgrade. I want to go all in on defense.
I agree. I thought I'd be all in on fixing the offense.
I mean, I don't know.
Draft the offense. What about Hendrickson? You make an offer?
Yeah, I make an offer. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Is he going to be? How much more expensive is he going?
30s.
He's probably worth it compared to.
I would. I'd rather go that route. I would. I'd rather go that route. All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick TO because football's not over.
Oh no, it's never over.
We got Baldy. Oh yeah, my baby.
You guys going to rehash your date the other day?
Yes.
Relive it for us all.
Our mandate. Yes. Yes. First, a word from our friends. Let us talk about Rita's Water Ice. Spring is back, and you know what that means. Rita's back. Rita's.
Be cool, eater. Rita's.
Yeah.
Be cool, eater. Rita's.
That's right. The sweet sound of Rita's season. All your favorite frozen treats back better than ever. Nothing like hits home than the refreshing water ice of the season. Or maybe you're a custard person, the frozen custard. Smooth, creamy, perfect every time. You can go with a little gelati. Layered just the way you like it. How about that? A little vanilla action for the gelati. Sun's out, flavors are popping, and it's officially treat yourself weather. Don't forget, download the Rita's app. New users get a free small gelati ice, water ice, or custard with their first purchase. That's free happiness waiting for you. Come on into Rita's and make this season the sweetest one yet with water ice, custard, and happiness. Be cool. Go to Rita's. Learn more. RitasIce.com. Hey, we're from Philadelphia. We know that pests don't knock. They just show up. Human or the kind that you really skeeve, the roaches and rats. And that's why we got to go to Evans Pest Control. Evans, you want trustworthy pest control company? I give you Evans Pest Control. They're not some giant national chain. They're family-owned, community-focused pest control company right here in the Philadelphia area. They've been earning the trust of our neighborhoods for years. All right, Evans Pest Control uses state-of-the-art equipment, safe and effective treatment options. Their techs go through continuous training, so they're equipped to handle anything. Rodents, insects, termites, even bed bugs. They've offered priority services and consultations, which is huge when you have a problem with pests. We don't like pests. We scheme them. We know it here at PHLY. My house, I don't trust it just to anybody. Visit evanspestmgmt.com. That's evanspestmgmt.com. Evans Pest Control. Ooh. Read this. Yeah, we were already arguing. He's like, I want pineapple.
Oh, the pina colada.
Oh, pina colada.
Yeah. Great day for
Did you
this.
try the mint one?
I had the what is that? The cream ice?
It's like a shamrock
shake
It is
kind of vibe.
so good.
Very
You guys are
good.
freaking out over there.
Very good.
It's in the freezer. I'm gonna get some after.
Learn the rules, Julia. Lemon only. You're only allowed a lemon water ice.
I know. It's terrible. I am so terrible. I just like lemon.
Like what you like. That's fine.
No, it's terrible.
No, it's not. It's like he's all disgruntled because I want a pina colada water
Like
ice.
they're saying it like
Well, that's a lot.
pina colada. It's the way he says it too. Just like it
Yeah.
bugs me.
What am I saying?
It just like annoys me.
If you like pina
Like,
colada.
he wants like a bean water ice.
Fava bean. Little fava bean water ice? Yeah.
It's like I told Moss. No, Anthony is an ice cream over water ice guy. Loves his ice cream. Like he'll get the frozen custard. So he's always been that. But Moss is my water ice buddy. And I always tell him, dude, only lemon.
He doesn't stray from the lemon?
No,
I bet you when you're not around, he's like, can I mix a mango with an orange?
only lemon.
Some Nerds grape?
Lemon. Nerd, you would have Nerds grape?
The Nerds water ice by Rita is a fantastic flavor.
I'm
Yes.
sure it is, but I don't know.
You're a man. You're 50.
Yeah.
I mean the Nerds. No, man. I'm sorry. The Nerds are tasty.
I like to me, it's
Thank
lemon.
you. Jake Friel will not stand for pina colada hate. I agree, Jake Friel. Thank you. People got their things, man. Someone was like, all right, people like blueberry water ice only.
Oh God. Blueberry.
Cherry superiority. There's a big contingency of cherry fans.
Lemon and cherry were the originals.
The originals. Sorry.
Right?
Yeah.
The originals. Lemon and cherry. My cousin Joey was a cherry guy. I was a lemon man. So he would always go to cherry.
Right. You never mix the two. Get half and half.
No, I don't like to mix. You can't mix.
I love a good mix.
No, because here's the problem. You're mixing the cherry and the lemon. It becomes this weird,
delightful.
like rosé kind of color. You don't taste anything but a blend. And the cherry overpowers the lemon. The lemon cleans the palate. It freshens your mouth. It's good.
It's too tart. Nice little orange pineapple mix.
Orange pineapple.
Yeah. Oh, Jake Friel's right. The sweetest fish water ice from Rita's also fantastic.
All right. Listen, I get it. I'm completely on the outside here.
You know what? The pagan is only chocolate. That's the only water ice she'll eat.
Yeah.
Chocolate only.
The chocolate. You know what I will say? The vanilla gelati, I kind of like.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Now you'll use the vanilla water ice.
Only in the.
Yeah, because the lemon ain't so good like that.
No, because I don't want to mess with.
Yeah, because the lemon ain't perfect like that.
Just now, you can sit on the side because joining us now on the Xfinity Mobile call-in line, no better way to spend a day than to spend it with Baldy.
Baldy. Oh, let's talk some football. Ay, Baldy. Oh, he likes pizza and football. Oh, Baldy.
There he is, my main man.
What's up, cuz?
wish
I
was
got my
with
chair
you.
right here for you, man. Where you at? Come on.
Man,
Let
it
BG
was-
handle that stuff. Get over here and do the real work.
yes, see you, mother.
Oh, Baldy, I can't even describe what he was like the next morning. He was
Is that right?
so happy, just beaming. You like made his
Yeah.
day. It was like fantasy camp, and he just living out his dreams with you.
You know what? But like, cuz loves it though. He does love like looking at these kids and eyeing it. He's texting certain people in the business. Hey, what do you think about this? Like, you know, he's got all his connections. He's just cross-checking. you
Yeah.
know, and when you get somebody that comes back at you and they agree with you, like it's like a verification. Like I know what I'm looking at.
Well, you and I, you know what's great about doing it together is that we're sussing guys out. Like we're
Yes.
talking through it. And I
Right.
liked our process, which is, let's look at the best competition. Let's
Yep.
not look at the whole highlight package because that can lie. Let's look
Yep.
at games, flow
Yeah.
of games, moments. Later in the season matters more because everybody's playing a certain way.
Yeah.
I thought our process was
No,
pretty good.
listen, cuz I couldn't agree with you more. I can easily punch up all the highlights. Like I have, I have all the data points I can connect, and I can punch it right up. I can watch all, Cornell Tate's catches or throw. I mean, but that does give you a false sense. You don't see blocking, you don't see drops. I do think it's important just to go watch games, play to play situations. Like we were watching Fernando Mendoza, right? We watched some of his plays.
I
Penn
love
State
him.
throw
Do
to
you?
Omar
Yes.
Cooper, the touchdown run, and you're like, this guy is freaking tougher than nails.
Yes.
Like we'll watch him just get crunched, and like, wow, who could survive those hits? And to make the plays, that's just one example. But yeah, I agree with the process is good.
How about that play, though? The touchdown run. So it's 4th down, and he's about to be stopped. And they were going to turn the ball over. And he just lowers his shoulder and then twists free and then somehow rises into the end zone like a beast.
Yeah, no, he gets sandwiched. It's 4th and 4. He's sandwiched at 3 yards. It's going to be a turnover. And he spins on it, and then he stays alive, and then he just has the wherewithal to know that if I extend the ball, I know I can get it to the goal line. And that, it was just, in the biggest of moments, everybody's watching. In fact, if you remember, like they were going to kick the field goal to go up 6.
Yeah.
And they call the timeout, and they come back, and you're like, okay, what's the play? Surratt, Cooper, quarterback draw. Like nobody expected that.
Nobody. He was, man. I just
You're texting Joe Buck on the play, because Joe was in the stands. He's a Hoosier, he was at, and Joe's coming back at you with it.
I squealed like a little girl. I mean, that's awesome, man. I shrieked like a little girl. I was like, yeah, look at this. We watched that play 10 times, Baldy and I.
Yeah.
Every
that's
angle.
what happens sometimes. Like, honestly, that's how sometimes I make a Baldy's breakdown is you sit there and you watch a play and you're like, okay, who else can do this? The time of the game, there's Mesidor and Bain. They're going in the first round, coming up field. Like, you're just watching the whole thing. And you have to kind of watch it over and over sometimes. That's how sometimes you just go, well, that's special.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting, too, because we take a lot of plays and go, all right, let's look at end zone. Because you see so much more when you're looking behind the quarterback. Those different angles tell you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. But, the film and like we watch certain players and we weren't in love with these certain players. We were in love with other guys. And then you're doing your homework. And this is where I don't do enough because I just want to see the player.
Right.
But then you see off the field issues. You see the makeup. You see and maybe he's not the most committed guy. Like there's certain things that you got to go dig to find out about, how's this guy wired, and I don't have that access. I could go to it, but I kind of just want to see the talent.
Well, to me, I love that, right? Like the fact that you're just looking at the ability itself. And like, to me, that's more of a pure breakdown. Like you're not in the room drafted, so you don't need to worry about what Big Dom's report is on the kid. It's irrelevant. It's more about what this kid's ability and the threshold is, which was kind of fun because, there's something about like just looking at, like we did receivers for 6 hours, right? So we're at some point, once we're done, we'll do a whole special, like we should just do a whole hour on everything. I have all the notes that I can write up that we have. So I took all the video, I have all the notes, So I'll write it up for us so you have it at your fingertips. Like,
Yeah.
a little teaser is that we love this kid Bell, right? Chris Bell. Now, he had an ACL, right? So he's not going to be ready until November. But this kid is A.J. Brown. How about it? He reminds you of A.J. Brown.
Well, I mean, I actually remember sitting here watching AJ when he came out of Ole Miss. And he was he reminded me, honestly, of a little Sterling Sharp. Like Sterling was big and strong, like AJ is, like this kid Chris Bell is. And, I remember watching AJ, they had all these studs at Ole Miss, and, but I felt like that's what we're watching, the next coming of AJ, 6'2", 220, 225, runs through people, just looks like a bull out there with the ball in his hands. And
can run away from him, Miami.
Can run away from people. Yeah, can run away from people. Yeah.
You know.
But I interviewed yesterday for the NFL Network, Deion Burks at Oklahoma. Now,
yes.
I mean, he's almost 5'10", he's 180. The guy bench pressed more than most offensive linemen did. He bench presses 400 pounds at 180 pounds. Damn. He did it 26. He did 225 26 times. I'm like, but he ran a 4.3. So like you throw the first, like I remember, like sometimes you just remember where you were when you watch these games. So I'm getting ready. Week 1 last year, I'm doing Washington and the Giants in Washington. So I'm in a hotel bar, and I got Michigan and Oklahoma coming on. So I was a big Mateer fan. I know Michigan's got players, and I watched the first touchdown of the game. It was a fly sweep to this kid Deion Burks. Like he runs right through the Michigan defense, like all for the opening touchdown of the game. And I just remember watching that play in that bar, going, that kid's fast. And then he ran a 4.3. And so I don't know. Like Mateer isn't the most accurate guy. He didn't have all that help. Like I'm thinking, like, can this kid Deion Burks in the second or third round become like a real player in this league? I think he's a slot guy. He played outside at Oklahoma and inside, but I think he could be a slot guy, that has real skills. But but that's just one guy. We see Puka Nacua go in the 5th round because they said he wasn't fast enough at BYU. And then nobody could cover him and nobody could tackle him for the last 2 years.
Exactly. You love SVG. So I get to films around noon. So Baldy goes, like I get in and Baldy goes, where you at? I go, I'm in your office. He goes, oh, all right, I'm going to the cafeteria. You want anything to eat? I go, no, I'm good. So he comes back up with a plate of steak, right? Just like slabs of steak. And I go, wow, you got the steak. He goes, yeah, I bring it and I have the chef cook my meat. Like, how great is that you bring meat?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's truly a meat locker, cuz. It's just a meat locker. I don't need anything else. I don't need any cookies or vegetables or mashed potatoes. I just need the meat. That's all.
That's it.
Do you get the meat delivered to you?
Well, I mean, I have meat, I have meat shipped to me, but people drop off steaks at my house and try this and here's a ribeye, so I got a freezer full of it.
It was awesome. Like he just walked in with a plate of steak.
I just pictured like a Fred Flintstone, a plate with these giant brontosaurus steaks on it.
Well, but what happens is
filet.
Like you can
more filet.
Look, if you can sit in here for 8 hours and you could get a case of the munchies, with the best of them. But like if you just eat meat, you lose the desire to like munch. You just do. Like it just goes away.
It's actually genius. Like honestly, it is. He's right. Because here's what you're doing. You're like if you eat carbs or snacks, salty, it just makes you want to eat more.
Well,
that's true
for you, right?
Like nobody. Like I always crack up. Like people that let's just say potato chips. Everybody loves potato chips, but you can't eat just one.
Right.
You can't eat two. Right? The cookies. You can't eat just one cookie. It's ridiculous. So like you take all those snack foods and you go, to hell with it. I don't need it.
Right. Because they make it addictive. Like the whole thing is done to make it addictive, right? But if you just eat meat, it's protein.
Yes.
And it curbs the He's right.
It does.
It's brilliant. Meat and black coffee, man. Freaking
Yeah. Oh.
Did it take a while to get the guy to learn how you like your steaks?
No, I got Emad down there. He's from Egypt. Like, he'd cook anything. Just give him some fire. He'd cook anything, man. That guy's amazing. I love Emad. Emad's my guy. Like, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like, I don't have to leave. I can honestly, like, that guy can make anything.
All right. Stuff's heating up. Like, we had Mike on earlier.
Yeah.
Your colleague from the NFL Network. And
what did Garafolo got? What's he got today?
So he was like this. The whole interview, my boy's like this.
It's that time, man.
Yeah, cuz. Yeah, cuz. Classic.
It's unbelievable. Because they're getting so Monday, I'm going out to LA on Sunday. And, we have this thing, free agent frenzy. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's fun for everybody. Wednesday's the start of the new year. Everybody's got to be under $301 million salary cap, right? I was in the league in 93 when the salary cap started. It was $29 million.
Oh, my God.
Salary cap was $29 million, right? Reggie went to Green Bay. He took the money. God talked to him, right? So he left in 93. He was the first big free agent in this whole industry. But Mike's there on the phone because he's getting the agents are hitting him up.
Yeah.
Like, we got a deal we got a deal in place. Well, they're not technically supposed to do it, but Monday they say legal tampering. It's kind of silly. You can put all of the deal in place, right? And then make it official on, Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever. So I'm sure Mike's getting all this information,
Oh, yeah. The AJ stuff.
At the same time, because guys are getting released, right? We're seeing, Stephon Diggs released, right? All this stuff is happening. And so to get under the cap, to go, if you want to go get Maxx Crosby, you got to give up whatever you got to give up. Well, let's make a play.
It's wild. I mean, the AJ thing obviously has everybody, like he was saying, and I've been hearing it, like, obviously the Patriots are the team, right? Like, the Chargers are in the mix. I think that's a Howie play, but I heard a 1 and a 3, and Howie said no. And Howie's looking for more. Now, it could be a 1 next year as opposed to a 1 this year,
right? Because
next year, this year's 31, next year it could be 23. Like, who knows?
Right. Who knows? Right. No. Look, Howie doesn't have to, first of all, they don't have to do anything. So Howie could just stand his ground. Like, he's in a good position. If you want to take the picks, look, I'm sure New England wants to keep building around Drake May. And they got Pop Douglas and Kayshon Boutte and, some tight ends that are up there in years. But, like, you want to give Drake May a true number 1. Like Stephon Diggs was good, but he's not he's good in his role. But he's not A.J. Brown. He's not going to draw pass interference penalties the way A.J. can. He's not going to be the deep threat that A.J. can. And Vrabel loved him. Like whatever friction they had to begin with, it wasn't like that again. Vrabel knows how to handle him, And so Drake May, you could go to the draft, but there's not A.J. Brown in this draft.
No.
There just isn't. Like, maybe Chris Bell can become that guy, but
right.
I don't see it right now.
Here's one little nugget. Diana Rossini a half hour ago, she said the Rams discussed trading for A.J. Brown, but have moved on.
Yeah.
Man, the Rams are going for it.
The Rams. Did you see Stafford? So Mike said Stafford's looking he'll take a pay cut. Like, he'll take it so they can go all in this year. So getting McDuffie is like, how great. Like, that team is ridiculous, man.
No, but you know what? Leslie, the general manager, and McVay, they're tied at the hip. And, and they've got the richest owner in all of sports, right? So, they have resources, right? So, I'm talking about Stan Kroenke. He just built that stadium. He built that SoFi stadium. He built the stadium down the street for the Clippers. I mean, there's nothing he can't do. But regardless, what they're smart. Like, they raided Kansas City. Kansas City had to make a decision because Trent McDuffie's their best secondary player, and outside of Chris Jones, he's the best defensive player they have. And you saw what Spags did, like little emojis. But they're raiding Kansas City of a great player because they know with Mahomes being paid, Chris Jones being paid, certain guys, Travis Kelce, like, they can't afford Trent McDuffie. They'll go to the draft and get a corner. They might get a secondary corner in free agency. And so the Rams are like, we'll take him. We'll give you this first-round pick. You do what you want with it, and we'll have a better – because that was a weakness last year. Sam Darnold, last time they played in the, NFC Championship game, threw for 350. And Smith and Jigba, caught 153 yards of passes, 10 catches. Like, they need a guy that can match up with them. It's smart as hell. And they give up their number one picks for a reason. They want, because if you go to the draft, even with Howie, you go to the draft, it's a crapshoot. They've drafted busts. Everybody does. Like, everybody has that on their record. Like, go get a proven player that has been healthy and productive. And that's what they did that with Jalen Ramsey. It was the right deal. They did it with Stafford. It was the right deal.
They're so good. I mean, and now they're going to they still got 13. They keep 13. So, I mean, they could get Sadiq. Like, could you imagine Kenyon Sadiq, Puka, Devontae Adams? Like, come on. Even a couple of their third and fourth receivers are pretty good. They can run.
Yeah, no, they've got a bunch of speed out there, but they dressed 4 tight ends already. They drafted the kid that beat out Kenyon Sadiq and Terrence Ferguson.
Yes.
Who's 6'6".
Yes.
Yes. Had his days, but they got a blocking tight end.
Yeah.
They got Higbee. They've got Kobe Parkinson. I mean, they're the only team that dressed 4 tight ends every game.
It's unbelievable. They're running 14 personnel. It's like crazy.
No, but when Devontae Adams went down with a hamstring injury, they went to 13 personnel.
Yeah, he did.
Like, they just adjusted the offense.
Yes. It's crazy. It's like it's amazing. All right, if you're the Birds pass rusher, all right, so here's your options. Now, give me your favorite options. So obviously, number one is Maxx Crosby, right? So you somehow move AJ, you get some ammo, you go after Maxx, right? We saw Lane do the eyeball emoji next to
Well, they
Maxx.
were texting. They were texting last week at this time, back and forth.
Yeah.
Lane's in there trying to recruit. Whether he's just touch a base with him or trying to recruit him or whatever, just give him the lay of the land and fill him what we got.
I mean, that would be outrageous, completely outrageous.
I responded to Lane's eyeballs with, like, imagine a padded practice of Maxx and Lane going at it. Like, they could sell tickets for that. Wow. One-on-one pass rush, team drills. Like, that'd be worth the price of admission.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would be awesome, man. All right, that's your gold option, right?
Mm-hmm.
Silver is what? Like, would you look at Hendrickson? Would you look at Phillips? Now, again, the price is like Hendrickson is probably in the 30s, Phillips in the mid-20s, Bradley Chubb, 20? Like, How would you go that? How would you, in order?
I mean, I would just keep Jalen Phillips if you're going all the way down to Bradley Chubb. But if you could get Trey Hendrickson, he missed basically this year. But the 2 previous years, he put up 17 and a half sacks each year. And he didn't have anybody to help him out. Like, there was the cupboard was bare. Sam Hubbard was on his way out. He didn't have anybody coming off the edge to help him out. And he was beating left tackles left and right. He's a true right defensive end going up against your left tackle. But, even his last year in New Orleans, his time in Cincinnati, like, he put 5 years together that maybe, a guy like Myles Garrett has surpassed, but not many. Like, he's kind of in a category by himself. Like, I'd be very interested in Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah. All right.
It's funny. Like, Trey is from Apopka, Florida, which is outside of Orlando. That's where Jalen Carter's from.
Oh, wow.
Now, they're from different sides of the track in Apopka. But, it'd be interesting to see 2 kids from Apopka. That's where Warren Sapp is from. Like, they turn out. Like, Sapp told me a long time ago, if you're from Apopka, you show up and you show out. Like, that's the motto.
I love these little towns.
That's the standard.
I love these little football towns, little football enclaves.
No, because that's the show. The football towns, like right now,
I'm writing it down.
Pickerington, Ohio. That's Sonny and Lorenzo Styles, right? Like, these football towns like it's real. Like you go back to these little towns, you go back to the muck in South Florida, and where Anquan Bolden and all these kids are from, like the muck.
Yeah.
Like, there's 20 NFL
Love
players
the
from the
muck.
muck. Yeah.
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 That's awesome. We got to do this. That's a great like doc.
It is.
Great documentary.
Like J.K. Dobbins is from this little town in Texas. Look it up, VG. I forget. It's a one stoplight town in Texas, but there's a bunch of kids from there. Like Dobbins came out of this little town in Texas. He started day one in Columbus for Ohio State. He's had some injuries in the NFL. But
He's a good player. He stays healthy.
He's a good player.
Got him out
He
of
averaged 5 yards a
LaGrange.
carry last year for the Chargers before.
Yes, I heard of LaGrange.
4,000
LaGrange,
people.
Texas.
4,000
LaGrange, Texas. It's a one stoplight town. But like you're right. Like you could go into these little towns in Mississippi, Bates High School in Mississippi. Look at the number of players that come out of Bates High School.
Oh, dude, we got to do that. That's a great documentary.
Rome, Georgia. Like, well, look at the kids out of Rome, Georgia. I can just go through these names in my head.
I love Rome, Georgia.
Camden, New Jersey. Like, they just look at the kids coming out of Camden.
Yes. No, that's awesome.
That would be a fun show. I would love that.
Well, I think we do a doc. I got a meeting Monday with some finance. They finance sports stocks in L.A.
Well, remember
Netflix
did that show.
I have one.
Remember Netflix did that show, Last Chance.
Yeah.
Last Chance U.
Yes.
Like that junior college in Mississippi.
Yeah.
All these kids were coming from. Like it's the same concept.
Yeah. I love it. But like your profile, you go to these little towns and it's football. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing, talk me off the ledge. I got mocked by the chat. The chat got mad at me. But I don't know. I was kind of keep it real. I'm a little worried about one team next year. And I mean, you tell me if I'm off base. But I'm kind of worried about the Cowboys because I look at them and I go, if they get a big time edge guy or they get a secondary piece, I think Dak is, I hate to say this, I think he's underrated, man. Like he played well last year and people they don't see it. Like they think he's like this.
Pickens really helped last year.
He
was a
did.
big addition. He was huge. But
Like,
you know how
the
many
ball
points-
was out so fast.
No, but he was good. Schottenheimer and Dak, they were pretty good. You know how many points the Dallas defense gave up last year?
A million, yeah.
511 points.
Yeah.
The most in NFL, most in Cowboy history.
Oof.
511. They were last in almost every category.
Yeah.
There was a game against the Chargers. I put it out there because, like, normally I'm positive.
Yeah.
But they couldn't play man coverage. They couldn't play zone coverage. They couldn't play defense. Like, the Chargers are not a great passing team. Like, everybody caught balls against them. And it didn't matter who was playing corner or safety. They were terrible. Now, you could say, okay, they got some money. They restructured contracts. Maybe, Maxx is from Dallas. His brother lives there. Like maybe Maxx, maybe they could get an edge rush, Trey Hendrickson, whatever. Maybe they could draft a couple kids, Jacob Rodriguez, get some real linebackers, whatever. Okay. And Parker Washington can flat out coach. Like that kid that left Philly, that kid, you look at Cooper DeJean, you look at Quignon.
Yeah,
like
Christian Sharp. I love Christian.
Like, he's a good coach. Now, I don't know what kind of coordinator is going to be. I know they can't be any worse.
Yeah.
So if they spend, and they have proven that they can draft. But if they spend their money wisely and hit on some of these guys, and they get Quinton Williams in year 2, and somebody, I could see them. They need corners bad, cuz.
Yeah.
So, Trayvon's gone. Like they need corners.
Yeah.
That can hold up. And so, and I do, and the kids they have, they'll be better coached than they were. Like Parker. So, I would say I would be concerned too. And if you think about the first game last year before it fell apart for Dallas, like they had that rain delay that day. It was 24-20. Nobody scored from 5 minutes into the third quarter to the end of the game. But in that game, CeeDee Lamb dropped 3 balls. And he catches any one of those 3, they win the game. So I would say that I feel your concern.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, chat. Brother, you're the greatest. Have a safe trip to LA. We'll be watching. You're on TV when for NFL Network?
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Pretty much all day. 6 hours on Monday, 6 hours on Wednesday, and got a couple shows to do on Tuesday.
All right, so the free agent frenzy, we'll be watching that.
Insiders, I'll be on with Garafolo and all those guys, from, I guess, 6 till 8. 6 till 8.
Okay, great.
East Coast time on that show.
Yeah. All right, I will make sure we have, we're watching all of it. We'll talk to you next week from out there. Yeah. We'll have you. We'll be watching you. And it's a great week, man. It's going to be great. Football, baby. Ugh.
Yeah. The hell with the NBA playoffs and Flyers and stuff, man. The Phillies, are they still in Clearwater? I don't even know. Dunedin, Florida. I mean, come on. Let's get the free agent
The World
frenzy.
Baseball Classic begins tonight. So it's all the countries, right? So USA has Brazil tonight. So it's fun. It's like an all-star game. It's fun stuff. It's not football, but it's
the Dominican fun. When do they play the Dominican Republic?
That's coming up.
I would watch that game.
Yeah. I'll text you. I'll text you the schedule so when they're playing.
Because
so give you a heads up.
They take baseball. Yeah. The way we watch college football is the way they watch the Dominicans play baseball.
Yeah, it's awesome. It really is. It is.
It's good.
All right, be safe, brother. Love you,
all
pal.
Right, thanks, man.
You're the greatest.
So,
there he is.
So we got a Flyers trade.
Well, we got
Flyers traded Bobby Brink.
Oh, I like that.
To the Wild for David Juracek. He's a right-handed defenseman, number 6 overall pick, and he's still young, prospect kind of thing.
Okay.
Spent some time up here, but supposed to be physical.
All right. All right, good.
We're moving.
Like, look, make some moves.
They're saying they're also in talks with Delorier, Grundstrom, and Risto.
All right. Well, Boucher is coming up shortly. So we'll talk to Boucher coming up shortly. But first, we love to visit with our Rothman doctors, right? Every other Friday, we go into the world of sports medicine. And, you can't have sports without injuries, unfortunately. But we're lucky because in our region, we have the best orthopedic doctors around. It's Rothman Orthopedics. And joining us right now is Dr. B.J. Smith. Good morning, Doc.
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me okay?
We got you great, buddy. We got you
wonderful,
great, man. Well, we're lucky because we have you guys. And you guys, you have a team for every body part. It's amazing what you guys do to keep everyone in motion, from the professional collegiate athletes to the everyday Joe like myself.
For sure.
So,
and even the exceptional athlete like yourself.
Yeah, right. So here's the deal. We know that you're not treating Joel Embiid, right? So you're not the treating physician. But what I love to do every other week with you guys is talk about an injury and kind of get us up to speed. So Joe has an oblique. So can you kind of first let's talk about the oblique injury, because it's fairly common. Baseball, you'll see it. Football.
Yeah, so the obliques, there's several muscles that involve sort of like the core and like the abdomen, and there's 2 different sets of obliques. There's the external obliques and the internal obliques. So they're basically kind of go from the ribs kind of down along to the pelvis, and they help with twisting and rotating. It helps with flexing the pelvis and the abdomen, and it helps sort of it's a big part of the core. So like that in the front. And most people are familiar with the 6-pack abs, like you obviously have, of course, and then and myself too. So that's the rectus abdominis. That's the one right in the front that kind of comes down through, and then but the obliques kind of come in more at an angle. And then there's the transversus abdominis, which kind of goes horizontal across. They're sort of part of the main core, which helps sort of stabilize your pelvis, helps you flex, helps you move, and basically is very important for sports, especially with cutting and twisting and pivoting. So for something like basketball, if you have an oblique strain, can you just stand there and shoot some free throws? Sure. But if you want to be a big guy, and if you want to be sort of coming down and grabbing and twisting and moving around and sort of getting rebounds and things like that, it makes it pretty difficult.
Well, you're great. Because you're animated and you know sports, so you get it. Listen, that movement is everything. I mean, how are you supposed to be How are you supposed to play with that? So what's kind of the threshold of strains, right? Like from a mild strain, where are we talking pain? Are we talking, what's the most dangerous part of the injury? Can you aggravate it? How's it work?
Right. So strains are kind of interesting because there's a wide discrepancy. And again, I have not treated him, nor have I seen his imaging. I just sort of know what was publicly reported, that he had an MRI that confirmed a strain. But basically, a strain is like tearing or an injury to muscle fibers. And you can just sort of simply stretch it a little bit, and that's like a grade 1 strain. But then like a grade 2 strain or like a partial tear is interesting, because if you think of like the muscle all the way through, if you just tear a tiny little bit of it, that's a grade 2 strain.
Oh, wow.
But so is if you tear all of it except for like a tiny little bit, you can have like be hanging on by a few threads, and that's still a grade 2 strain. And then a grade 3 is like completely torn, and where it's like separated all the way through. Now, a lot of times that is talking about like the kind of top to bottom, like, like sort of like superficial to deep. So you can have a tear where it goes all the way through top to bottom, but it's not all the way across, like sort of completely separating two whole halves of the muscle. So you can have a full thickness tear like through it, kind of like if you cut a steak when you're grilling it to check to see if it's done. Or you can have it be like you totally just cleaved the steak and separated it. So it could be either of them, really. So I don't know whether like to how extensive his is, but the problem with the obliques, like, if you strain your calf, you can do like a compression sleeves and like a heel lift to raise your heel up a bit, take some of the tension off. The obliques, they move when you move. They are even involved on the ribs where they attach. They help with like respiration. So if you strain them and you're running, even if you're not cutting and pivoting, which you kind of need the obliques for, just running with a strain oblique, like it'll hurt to take heavy breaths. If you're just having the, simple like free throw practice, that's fine. But again, like it's the cutting, the pivoting, the twisting, and the heavy exertion. That's what can be difficult for these.
But that makes perfect sense. I mean, how cautious do they need to be for the rest of the season?
Well, so generally speaking, with strains, you can kind of, you usually want to shut them down a little bit, give them a little bit of rest. You can try like your anti-inflammatories and things like that. For the obliques, like you can kind of wrap it around, but like if they make it pretty tight, like then it makes it harder to breathe and harder to move. So the catch is like, and this is one of the fun things about sports medicine. It's not just an injury at one point in time. It's an injury relative to the whole season. So like, there's sort of, if you keep him out too, like if you try to rush to get him back too like quickly and try and get him back before he's fully ready, you do run the risk of aggravating it. And it's like, because the tendon, like muscle tears, they take 4 to 6 weeks to kind of heal. So you can go back if it's not really healed yet, but you run the risk of like worsening it, making the tear a little bit bigger. So if you go back too quick, then you might be okay. And then maybe it gets worse. And then maybe you're up even longer than you would have been had you waited a little bit early. But in the Sixers' current situation of like, if you wait too long and then playoffs might not even be an option. So then
right.
So you have to consider it in this season. So this is pretty terrible timing. He's a phenomenal player, but has also had significant injuries, and the facial injuries, like you can do the shield thing. The navicular, that was tough because like you can't really run on that. But like, the obliques you can sort of play through, but there is a risk of if he rushes too much that then it could lead to more damage later on.
And the thing that you worry about too is that, all right, so you're in the playoffs, great. But now the playoffs become a 2.5 month kind of rugged run, right? Like where it's hopefully 4 series, but it's 7-game series. It's rugged, and that's been a big problem going forward.
They can, like for instance, like football where it's like kind of one and done. It's like, and it's like, you have time in between the week, but with the playoffs, and they're playing like, the next day or just 2 days later or something like that. And then they're traveling and they're doing the stuff. And it's like, it really extends their season significantly. And, there's been lots of conversation about him before with like game managing and how many games he plays and things like that. And, you don't want to like necessarily, and when I'm treating high school athletes or college athletes, it's the same thing. We talk about them. Okay, so maybe we want to get back to this competition or the next game, but like, if it's not a really relevant game, like, then maybe don't rush back to that one yet. Or like, if you are able to return to play some, but then the game's well in hand, a blowout one way or the other, then like get them off the court and, kind of like, don't like sort of waste the minutes in a way. But it's tough because, there's that, and I don't envy the position their medical team is in of trying to find this like right balance of not waiting too long, but also, making sure that he's well enough that he can kind of keep playing because there is still enough season left.
It's so interesting, man. Every year though, Doc, oh, it's like, come on, because you know how good they are with Joe. Like when he's on the floor, they got a shot. Like if you have George and a healthy Joel, you got a chance.
Right. And it's like, and then, my son would be sort of kicking me if I didn't mention like, it'd be kind of nice if we still had Jared McCain to help out as well too. And,
your son should be the
GM. And then, and like, heaven forbid if something happens to Maxie, like, then it's like, you might as well just like, so hopefully everything stays good and like healthy, and hopefully he has a pretty successful recovery and is able to get back without missing too much time. But it is a tough injury because it's one of those things like, if you break it, to some extent, it's almost easier if it's like a broken bone because a bone needs like so much time to heal and you can just sort of follow it with x-rays. With the oblique strain, even if you're doing serial MRIs to follow it, like you'll still see some fluid in the muscle even as it's healing. So there's not like a test that says, oh, this is totally fine. It's really based on kind of how he feels and performance-wise. And he's tough as nails. That guy's played through a lot of injuries and dealt with a lot of things. So like, I don't think he's soft at all. I don't think he's, taking time. But it's also like, if you think of the forces involved when you're that big and, your arms are that long and everything, like there's a lot more torque when you're moving. Like his like obliques certainly go through way more force than mine ever have. So like, it's tough. Like, I wish him the best.
I mean, you know what's great about you guys? You do it. You're like translators into so common people like myself can understand it. You're brilliant at it. You're great at dealing with laymen. You have great bedside manner. Doc, man, thank you so much. We love our Rothman docs. You're great. Can't wait to have you back again, man.
Yeah, it was my honor. Anytime. It was great to talk to you. Good luck.
Yeah, tell your son we were here. Tell him he's a genius, all right?
Well, he's all excited because I finally was able to get him some tickets to go to the OKC game. So he's excited about that. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome.
I'll tell him. He'll be happy.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. BJ Smith from our Rothman. We love him. Fantastic.
And let me just say, Spot Rack, they do contracts and stuff. They're saying if a team acquires Maxx Crosby, they'll be able to process a simple salary conversion on his contract that will drop his acquired cap hit from $30.7 million down to $7.73 million. I don't understand all that stuff, but this is
one more time.
Whatever team acquires Maxx Crosby, can do a simple salary conversion that will drop his acquired cap hit from $30 million to $7 million.
Oh, that's wild. That's wild. All right. So much. It's crazy. The cap's crazy. All right. Here's the deal. Coming up, the great Boucher. Flyers of automated trade. Bobby Brink has been dealt. All right. So we'll talk to Boucher. It's NHL trade deadline. We expect Risto probably to get dealt. Delorier probably gets dealt. And then we're going to ask Boucher about what happened, man. How incredible. He was ringside for the Gold in one of the greatest games ever. I mean, it was amazing. And I watched every game of that tournament, and I'm listening to Boucher, and it was just thrilling.
He was great on that broadcast.
Yeah, he's the best. He really is. He's the best. All right, let's take care of some business. Then we got Boucher. I spy Danny D. He's here. So we got lots to get to. But first, let's talk about our friends. Let's talk about Rothman. All right, you've been battling chronic pain or just picked up a new injury. You don't have to tough it out. All right, get it looked at by the experts at Rothman Orthopedics. They're the same specialists, like we just talked to Dr. Smith, specialists trusted across the region to treat everything from joint pain to back issues to sports injuries and fractures, whether it's something that's lingered for months or something that happened this week. They've got you covered. All right, the easiest way to get started is to visit rothmanortho.com/PHLY. That's rothmanortho.com/PHLY. You can schedule your appointment today. Rothman's fast schedule. You connect with their VIP scheduling specialist, all right, for your specific issue. They'll save time. They'll get you on the path to recovery fast. I'm a patient, all right? I know you don't have to live with pain. Go to rothmanortho.com/PHLY. They repaired my Achilles tendon and my ACL. Book with Rothman Orthopedics today. Now let's talk about Parks Casino, Street Road, Ben Salem, and the fabulous, all the hot entertainment that happens at Parks Casino. You can't beat it, all right? Look at the schedule. Tracy Morgan is coming up on March 14th. You want like a nice night out with the missus, with your girlfriend, date night, or guys' night out, girls' night out. It's all there, man. It's fantastic. All right, how about this? Friday, April 3rd, Cheap Trick. Saturday, April 18th, Melissa Etheridge. How about May 14th, the Wallflowers? Dice Man comes May 19th.
Oh!
Hickory Dickory Dock. Paul McCartney, a tribute to Sir Paul McCartney, is June 12th. July 24th, the Gene Simmons Band. Australian Pink Floyd, August 29th. Grand Funk Railroad is November 13th. ParksCasino.com to buy tickets for all the shows. Parks Casino, this is how you win. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Let's talk about my friends from Xfinity. I love my Xfinity. What if I could tell you, what if I said to you, you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi, and what if I told you keep the price the same for 5 years? That's right. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense that lets you stream the game even when the whole family's online. That's my problem, all right? I got 2 kids. I got my wife, all right? And I need no interruptions. That's why I love my Xfinity. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and Xfinity's best equipment included. Take it from me. A lot can change in 5 years. Championships are won, records are broken, but your Wi-Fi, it should stay reliable. Lock in your price and unlock possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply.
Real brothers, local guys, they're at the dealership every day making sure everything. Looking for a car, looking for a truck, looking for an SUV? Elkin Chevrolet's got you. Elkin Chevrolet, they're run by 3 brothers. Real brothers, local guys, they're at the dealership every day making sure everything's going smooth. And right now, they're putting on a President's Day sales event, and the deals are bigger and better than ever. You need a truck? They've got it. Looking for an SUV? They got that too. They got your Silverados. They got the nice Blazers. They got the big, comfortable Suburbans and Tahoes. Every vehicle comes with the kind of service that makes you feel like you're part of the family, because they are a family. But don't wait. These President's Day deals are only there for a short time. Swing by Elkin Chevrolet, Route 73 South in Marlton, New Jersey. Super easy to get to right over the bridge, and get in on the deals that are just plain honking good. Elkin Chevrolet, they're real brothers, they're real deals, and they got a whole lot of honking good service. Together, let's drive.
All right, now let's waste no time. It's the NHL trade deadline. Flyers have already made a trade. The voice of the Flyers, the voice of the NHL, the voice of USA Hockey. Our friend on the Xfinity Mobile call-in line, the great Boucher, Brian Boucher. Boucher!
Anthony, what's going on, man? How you been?
Man, brother, how was skiing in Milan?
Well, there's no skiing in Milan. You got to go up to the mountains for that. Yeah. I was in Switzerland, Zermatt. Oh my God, what a place! You
went across the border. You didn't stay in the Italian Alps.
Yeah, no, I went to Zermatt, but you can go over the mountain and you can ski into Cervinia, Italy. So it is stunning. It's if you ever have a chance to do that trip. Go ski in the Swiss Alps. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Better than the Olympics, I'll tell you that.
Oh my God. Well, listen, you deserved it. After your call with the Olympics, we're going to get to that in a minute because we got to relive that. You were incredible. I mean, it was such great hockey. It was amazing. But the deadline is today. Flyers have made a trade. So they trade Bobby Brink for David Jiricek. He's the young defenseman. He was the number 6 pick in the 22 draft. Hasn't really done much. He's kind of off a bad year, but has some ability. And by trading Brink, you get to move Michkov back to the right side.
Yeah, you nailed it all right there. I mean, now it's an opportunity for Michkov to go to the right side. Obviously at the end of the year, the thought is that Porter Martone is going to sign with the Flyers. I think that's what the hope is. It sounds like that's where it's trending. And by all accounts, he seems ready to be in the NHL. So there's another guy. So if the Michkov thing on the right side doesn't quite work out, then maybe Michkov can go back to the left side. Martone is a right. They've got a lot of wingers here. And don't forget Tyson Forster has been out for most of the season. So they're deep in the wing position. For Jiricek, listen, I think it's been a little disappointing for him up to this point. From what I gather from my people that I talked to in Minnesota, I think there's still some things that he's trying to figure out at the NHL level. What is he? What type of IQ is there for him? But the one thing is for sure is he's a big guy, 6'4", a right shot. Development doesn't go in a straight line all the time. I mean, there are bumps in the road for some guys, and for some places, the right opportunity, the right fit can mean everything to them. And Minnesota was in a position where they're kind of in a win now mode. So it was a tough place for him to kind of get an opportunity there. Here in Philadelphia, a little bit different. Maybe he's going to get an opportunity to kind of spread his wings and have a longer leash and see if he can kind of develop. So I think for the Flyers, it's a good move. I mean, they've got a logjam at wing. Try to get a younger defenseman that if he pops, it's a great trade. So let's see how it plays out. And good for Bobby Brink. Bobby Brink's a competitive kid who's got talent. He's going home to Minnesota where he's from on a good team. He should play third line right wing on that team. And I think he's going to be a good fit there. So happy for Bobby.
Yeah. And look, and to your point, like this is what the Flyers should be doing. This is what Danny, like you take shots with certain guys. I mean, obviously, with Zegras, it was a home run. You're not going to hit a home run every time, but if you can get and develop a kid and turn him into something, that's what you're doing in a rebuild. That's what you're supposed to do, an attack.
Right. And listen, like I said, they had a surplus at wing.
Yeah.
So Brink was going to run into a log jam anyway. I mean, what really is the market for Bobby Brink? I think there would have been some value if there was a bigger deal and he's part of the deal. But if this is a 1-for-1, you're right. You're getting a young player who in 2 places it didn't work out for him. Perhaps this is the place it can work out for him. I think it's worth the shot in this situation.
So it looks like Risto probably will get moved today. That's kind of the vibes around that he'll get moved. What do you want to see? It's kind of tough because it's going to be a tough deadline, although the goalie market apparently is heating up. But what would you want to see the Flyers do today?
Well, I mean, now that they get Jiricek, I mean, do you get him and not play him? That doesn't really sound like it makes much sense to me. So now, I mean, if I'm just reading the tea leaves, it feels like that would for sure mean that they're going to move Ristolainen. I know that the ask was not overly. It's not. Listen, it wasn't like they were asking for the moon, but I think they were targeted, from what I hear, a first rounder and a prospect is what's been rumored out there, and I believe that to be true. I think that Danny understands that Risto has value to this team and that he wasn't just going to give him away. But now you wonder, the D market seems to be somewhat drying up. I mean, there was a trade late last night in Buffalo where they got 2 defensemen in Shen and Stanley from Winnipeg. So, it seems like the options are kind of, I think Detroit's still in the market for potentially a right shot D-man, Ottawa, Carolina, San Jose, from what I'm understanding. So maybe there still are teams out there. Does Danny lower his ask at this point? I think maybe that's the whole thing. As you near the deadline, who blinks and who gives in. But getting Jiricek, I would think that means that they're probably going to think about moving on from Ristolainen and give Jiricek an opportunity. That's just the way I would feel. If I'm Jiricek, I hope that's the case. I mean, you get traded to a new team, you hope you're going to get opportunities. So we'll see how it plays out, but still some time here between now and 3:00.
Yeah. And look, Risto played so well in the Olympics, and he's gonna give people value, man. Like that would be a good pickup for somebody. It's funny.
The only negative to him, Anthony, is that he just can't stay healthy. I mean, honestly, when he's healthy and he's available, he can skate. He skates himself out of trouble. He's physical. He's good on the PK. He can shoot the puck. There's a lot to like about him. I mean, he's not a top pair defenseman. So let's not we're not trying to sell it on that.
Right.
But if you're talking about, a number 4, maybe a number 5 on a good team, a competing team, he stays healthy. I think he's a valuable player, especially come playoff time. I know he's never played in a playoff game, but watching what he did in the Olympics, he elevated his game. I'm confident that he can do that on a playoff run. Just the question is, can he stay healthy? That's the only knock on him.
Hey, just a question off the Winnipeg trade. I was watching him last week, and Stanley had to be on the first power play unit because they were down Morrissey. And so he was on the first unit, and his shot is nasty. Like he's got a pretty nasty shot. I liked him. I was just curious about what you thought about him, because when he moved, I was like, I kind of liked him. I know he hadn't scored in a million years, but
I believe as a UFA, I think heading in, I believe I'd have to look that up, but big boy. I mean, I think he's what 6'6", 6'7". Yeah. I mean, I don't think of him as more of an offensive guy. I think of him more as like a hard to play against type of D-man, which I think Buffalo certainly could use. I mean, they got Rasmus Dahlin, so he's running the power play, plays almost 2 minutes on it. Then they got Bowen Byram, Owen Power. So they're loaded. Local kid Matthias Samuelson's having a great year for them, but I think they needed a little bit more bite on their back end. I think Stanley certainly brings that for them.
Yeah, it was just weird. I mean, because he was thrust into it because they had nobody. They were down all those D-men. But it was just funny. Sometimes you see a kid play in a spot and you go, huh? Just a shot alone was it. So what's the goalie market appears to be kind of heating up a little bit. So you're talking about Bob potentially. You're talking about certain guys maybe being on the move. What do you think?
Jordan Binnington, maybe out of St. Louis. Stuart Skinner, perhaps. Pittsburgh. I don't think goalie trades at the deadline work, in my opinion. I'm just not I think goalies are just such creatures of habit, and they're in their routines and they're, wherever surrounding they're in, whether it's the team system that they play in or just their, daily routines. I think it's very hard for them to go to a new team at the trade deadline and have an impact. I mean, like the one that it stands out to me was Ryan Miller, who just was a great goalie for the Buffalo Sabres. He got traded to St. Louis and really was a shell of himself there, and never really could get going at the deadline. And really, they gave up a lot to get him. I just, I get it. I mean, for Bobrovsky, I see the appeal, but he's had such a down year. He's played a lot of hockey. I wonder about that. I mean, Binnington, he's the one guy that the guy's a gamer, and you saw that. Yeah, he flipped the switch there at the Olympics, even with a down season. He could be the one guy that could prove my theory wrong and all that. I feel like Montreal needs to do something with their goalie position. Sam Montembeault's had a terrible year, really lost his confidence, and their young guy Jakub Dobish, I think he's kind of a wild card. I don't know that he's ready to handle it. And if the Canadians are serious about making the playoffs, I think maybe they should think about upgrading in goal. I think that's the one team. I don't know what Edmonton will do. It doesn't seem like Tristan Jarry's the has been good for him just yet. But that's an example of a trade goalie midseason. Yeah, it's hard for them to kind of recalibrate. I think they're more for the offseason to get settled. That seems to be the better way to go with goaltenders.
Back to the Flyers. How do you get, and we're in overtime, baby, OT in this city. You're watching all of our streaming devices. Please check out YouTube and like and subscribe. Boucher hanging with us on the NHL trade deadline. Big trade deadline show, by the way, for our Flyers show today. What time, Jules? 4 to 6? 2 to 4. 2 to 4 today. special NHL trade deadline right here on All PHLY. Boucher, when you're looking at this thing kind of from an offensive day, like last night, you just struggle to get any kind of 16 shots, anything going. How does Talk kind of jumpstart this thing just a little bit?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I wonder how much of this trade deadline stuff was, was kind of on the minds of some players last night. I mean, you can't sugarcoat what was last night. It was a tough game all the way around. It was sloppy from the hop. It seemed like there was no juice. Nobody really was able to drag anybody into the game. There's there wasn't a big hit or a scrum where you could just see like somebody was trying to get somebody fired up, and those games happen. But if you look at what's happened since the Olympic break, I think the Flyers have been defending better. They're giving up less quality chances, a lot less seam plays. I think that's got to be the hallmark of their game. I mean, let's face it, the Flyers are not an offensive juggernaut, right? I mean, the idea that all of a sudden they're going to flip the switch and score 4 or 5 goals a game is not realistic, especially at this time of year. Teams tend to tighten it up here. The details of their game are much better, so it becomes more difficult. You got to win games 2-1, 3-2. That's just the way it's got to be. And they may be low event, and if you want to win games, you got to find a way to buy in and stay patient in games like this. But there's no doubt that last night, I think, lacked the intensity. It lacked the, I think Talk had said it was uninspiring. It felt that way. And I think maybe it was just a product of it being a Thursday night, the night before the trade deadline. I'll give him a pass on that one.
It was weird because last year, offensively, they were a little bit free flowing, a little bit more free flowing last year. I mean, obviously there's not. I mean, they need centers and you need playmakers, and we all know that. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out a way to get them like.
Well, I mean, centers help. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, centers make a huge difference, and also puck moving D that can put it on. You got to be able to get out of your zone cleanly. If you don't get out of your zone cleanly, then you're not coming through the neutral zone with speed. If at that point, if you want to play like a get it in behind their D, get on the forecheck type of game, but you need speed in order to do that. If you're just flipping pucks out and you're just trying to get it out because you can't make a, that's hard to generate offense. And I felt like that's when coaches talk about being disconnected. I feel like the Flyers were a little disconnected and sloppy at the start last night. They just couldn't get it going. But I think it's important that they don't get impatient in games and try and cheat for offense in a time like this, especially if they're serious about trying to make a push, regardless of the trade deadline, what they do. If they're serious about making a push for the playoffs, you must play a patient game, a disciplined game. And that means you got to make sure you're taking care of your own end. And if you're cheating for offense, you're going to get burned at this time of year. So until they get those players that you're speaking of that can help, like down the middle, that are going to facilitate offense like you want, I mean, it's going to take patience.
The good thing is Vichkov has come back since the break, and he's much more dialed in. Like, you could see it.
Looks like the break helped him, got a little bit more energy. Didn't see it as much last night, but the game against the Rangers, for sure. I thought he was good in the Toronto game. So listen, I think Cates too. I mean, Cates coming out of the break seemed like he had some jump to him. I think the condensed schedule for some of these young guys, like they've never seen it like this before, so it's an adjustment for them, and they've got to try and learn on the fly. And hopefully once this trade deadline passes, everybody can kind of just settle in and just go play. Now there's nothing else to worry about, because the toughest thing as a player is when you know that there's things going on, things being said, there's rumors. But when that's done, now it's time to play. We'll see who can find a way to get focused and do their jobs in the last 20 games. And look, I mean, I think people count you out, and the pressure, I now want to say the pressure's off, but the expectations are kind of low. Guys can raise their games there and be the underdog. I think the Flyers have to bring this mindset that, we're on the outside looking in. Maybe people are doubting us, but we can prove people wrong. They did it at the start of the year. They did it a couple of seasons ago when they had that great start. They have to take that mindset going into the final 20 games and make it interesting here down the stretch.
All right. I got to make you relive what you witnessed from ice level. It was the most thrilling event. There's nothing like it. 4 Nations last year was incredible. And now you add the Olympics, right? And that backdrop. So take us back to that Sunday morning U.S. time when USA in that incredible game. It was just great theater.
Yeah, look, I mean, it was a dream matchup, right? Everybody wanted Canada-US. It kind of took a crazy road. There were some upsets along the way. The semifinals probably didn't get what everybody expected. I thought it was going to be Finland, Sweden, US, Canada, that type, that Final Four. But in the end, you get Canada and the US. It's what you want. For the United States, I think they wanted an opportunity to play the team that beat them in the 4 Nations last year. And the intensity was just through the roof. I mean, there's Stanley Cup games and everybody gets fired up for that. It's a great time of year, but playing for your country, I think, brought a whole nother level to the intensity, to the overall focus to these guys. Like, you could see it and you could feel it at ice level. It was the fastest I'd ever seen a game played in the first 10 minutes. It was incredible. And credit to those guys. I mean, like, they brought it. It was an exceptional hockey game. Hellebuck was outstanding.
Oh my God.
All of the naysayers and the doubters, and I may have been one of them. I mean, I did question whether or not he should be the guy going into the tournament, but Mike Sullivan, give him credit. He said right from the hop before the tournament, he said, this guy has the pedigree, the track record. He's won multiple Vezina trophies, right? I know he's never won the big game in the NHL, but he's proven to be a very good goaltender. And Mike Sullivan was right on that hunch because he came through clutch in the big time in that game. It was big time for the United States. What a win!
I mean, how about the saving? I don't know how he gets back. That was one of the greatest saves I ever saw.
Yeah, and listen, there's a little bit of luck involved in that too, because if the guy just slides it on the ice, if Tage just slides it on the ice, it's a goal. He raises it 6 inches, and the stick just happened to be there. And goalies make those saves in practice a lot. Because think about it, you get like 350 shots in practice, a lot of shots. There's a lot of like empty net where guys just reach back and you rob a guy, but it's not for a gold medal, in the Olympic Games. So for him to do what he did when it mattered most, big time kudos to him. He has to feel so fulfilled, especially in a year in Winnipeg where it's not going so great, for him to have that moment. I'm happy for him. You like to see guys stick with it. He certainly did that and came up huge.
How about for you personally, like being, USA hockey and, grown up in this whole world and to see it, I mean, that had to do something personally for you. You had to be ecstatic.
You know what? It did. And I know we're not supposed to be fans because we're supposed to be unbiased, but being truthful, I mean, I'm an American. I played on 2 U.S. World Junior teams. That 96 World Cup team that beat Canada in that bloodbath of a series, that was my 1980. I know it wasn't an Olympic Games.
That was awesome.
And my son played at the U.S. National Development Program, and he played on a World Junior. So we have, I have that American pride. And when you're in this industry working in hockey, Americans feel like we are guests to Canadians and their game. And there are times when they make you feel that way. And so we as Americans, I think, want to prove that we deserve a seat at the table and or earn the seat at the table, I should say, not deserve, because nobody deserves anything, but we earned a seat at the table. And I think those guys did it. And so for me, as an American, I was so happy to see them accomplish their goal. And it's a big deal. And with the Olympics having the NHL players now, it is a truly best on best. I mean, once, I know Russia wasn't there, and maybe perhaps they will get back in at some point, but it's as good as it gets. And for those guys to deliver in the big time, I just was so proud of them, proud of the coaching staff. And, there's a lot of people that I have personal connections with on that staff. And I was so happy for them to come through in such a big moment.
Yeah, right. Jack Hughes, that kid. What a beautiful, I just wanted to hug that kid, man. That was awesome.
Who would have known that he was so tough, right? I mean, you think of him as a skilled player, takes a stick in the mouth, loses a tooth. And then just the whole thing, like, he draws the 4-minute power play, then he turns it over, leads to a penalty, looks like he's going to be, the villain in all of this. Like he's the guy is going to be the GOAT, and then turns out he's the GOAT for the other reason, and wins it. So what a turn of events, just great drama.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, they killed off a 4-minute power play. Like that was unbelievable. I'm like, when they draw the blood, you go, oh my God, oh no. I mean, with McDavid, McKinnon, like forget about it.
Oh yeah, it just felt like it was just a matter of time. Yeah. But that's why you got goal. That Binnington. I thought he came up big in that situation to give his team an opportunity. So give him credit too, because he was a guy that I think there was a lot of question marks about him. All the way around, I thought everybody played great. It's not like somebody played brutal and you're like, oh, what a terrible performance. It was a great hockey game. It was a great hocky game all the way around.
And it was great. And listen, the whole tournament, you had the day where both teams go into overtime, USA and Canada. I mean, it was just, it was cool, man. It was just great stuff. Brother, what was the best thing you ate in Italy?
Oh, I mean, I told myself I wasn't going to deprive myself of pasta when I got there. Right? There's a rumor there. There's a rumor. They say like if you eat it, you actually lose weight while you're there. I don't know if that is actually true, but
it is.
Every opportunity. I love. I don't know if I'm saying this right. I know I don't want to offend. The Italian heritage here. Tagliatelle bolognese.
Tagliatelle,
right?
Yeah, the bolognese.
Tagliatelle. Every chance I get an opportunity to get that, I got it in Italy, and it was. I was never disappointed. Come on. Yeah.
I love it. The wine.
It was great.
Yeah.
But when I got there, I had 4 days off when we got there. That's when I had an opportunity to really do dinners. Then after that, we were doing 2 games a day.
Yeah.
So it became a little bit more difficult. And the food at the rink was so-so. It was kind of like cafeteria food. But when we got a chance to go out and do dinner right, man, we were not disappointed. What a place.
That's awesome. That's all. You killed it. You slayed it. You did a great job, brother. And of course, we'll be watching the rest of the Flyers and then playoffs, man. It's around the corner.
Yeah. Can't wait. Hey, let's see what this deadline brings. And after that, if whatever the Flyers are, where they're at, like I'm sure these guys are not going to quit. I mean, they're a resilient group. They've shown some fight at times this year, and I'm sure Tockett's going to get them to fight to the end and make it interesting down the stretch.
Brother, you're the best, man. We love you, man. You know that. You're
Thanks,
great.
Anthony.
Thanks, pal.
All right, man. Great to be with you.
They're great. Boosh! What's up, Danny D?
How we doing, big
Danny D, the AD.
How's it going, boys?
Yeah, crazy show with the NHL deadline today, right? The trade deadline. And once again, make sure you're watching 2 to 4, the Flyers, the All Flyer, PHLY Flyer Show trade deadline special is today. So that's going to be a big deal. They'll keep you up to date, obviously, on all the trades, including this one about with Bobby Brink and Juracek with Minnesota. We had, of course, football, man, because it's crazy. But tampering's Monday, but tampering's already begun.
It's so crazy. I mean, it's going on, and they try to deny it and put a tampering, window in. It's
ridiculous. It's just called a tampering
window.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's wild.
Josina Anderson is saying that how he asked the Patriots for a 1, a 2, and a player.
Yes.
A 1, a 2.
1 and a 2.
And a player.
Well, I knew the 1 and a 2.
Yeah, I mean, you don't find them in the draft. You don't find, big time one receivers in the draft.
I think
all the time.
Again, I think Howie's looking for you don't, and you're right. And it's not in this draft. That guy's not in this draft.
No, he's not.
Tate is not that guy.
No. So it's like you want a proven guy that and they're on the brink of, they think they are at least of, being contenders again. So I think, he knows what he's got and he's kind of holding to the fire.
Well, and I think again, I believe that he wants the 1 next year. So
the 1 this year is really a 2,
right? Because it's 31. So give me the 1 next year, and then give me a 2 this year.
Yeah,
and then give me a player. Like that's.
I think he'd probably do it for 1 and a 2 if he did it that way. And they probably want to give this year's 1 up opposed to next year's.
Yeah,
that's probably
yeah.
They got any tight ends we could use up there?
they're older.
Yeah.
And they're not going to want to move. Like Henry's a part of was a pretty good part of.
I don't want Henry.
Right.
Yeah. He's on the back end.
I do think and from what I understand, like if you move AJ, Goddard may get a deal here. I mean, that's what Mikey G was saying. Somebody else told me that. So I kind of believe that Goddard could come back if you trade AJ.
Yeah. Maybe they ask for a receiver back. Booty.
They're not doing
Yeah.
No?
No, that's too much.
No, they're not doing that. And they need their receiver. Like they don't have any receivers. Like they trade you released Stephon Diggs. So and they didn't have a lot to begin with. They were older.
Yeah, it's interesting. See how it plays out. I mean, I would love, to get involved in Maxx, but everything I'm reading, I mean, I know Lane did the eyes, but everything keeps saying Dallas and the Ravens are really, on them from the national
the Bears
media.
too.
The Bears,
Yeah.
everyone's saying
Yeah.
them. The Eagles kind of aren't being mentioned besides us locally. It's not on the national stage, but it's kind of how Howie operates anyway. He kind of swoops in. So
yeah, he's a swooper. He's a swooper.
Man, I was at the barn last Saturday. I was all fired up. They got to win, and now just kind of looks like we're in a sell mode.
Yeah, man. Sell.
I had a couple listeners. My one friend Brian McDonald, he moved out west. He's a big listener to the show. He said, until we get centers in this place, we ain't going to be able to do it.
you heard Boosh, right?
Yeah.
Centers and D-man. You need a puck carrying. How long have we been talking about a puck carrying defenseman? Someone that could actually.
Desjardins.
Right. Right.
That's a
guys
that's a good one.
I mean,
Desjardins.
right? To be able to get out of the zone and get something started from the back end.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we have all these young potential, but we just are, like he was just saying, we're loaded with wings. We have a plethora of them. We need to figure out, the guy in the middle, man. Got to figure that out.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
We got a super chat. I mean, they're right in with the Danny D. They want to know. We got a high school super chat.
What's going on there?
Durman 1984 wants to know. Need to know if you got Charlie Falk to get the St. Augustine since Danny left the prep, asking for the PCL high school community.
He will not be at St. Augustine. I can tell you, Charlie Falk is a great kid. He's going to be successful wherever he goes, and I will put the kibosh on St. Augustine's, though. He will not be attending St. Augustine's next year, but great kid. He's, Division I quarterback. He's going to have a great future. So
it's a $5 super chat from Durman 194.
Where'd he go, Durman? Yeah, he's not going to St. Augustine.
St. Augustine, yeah.
Yeah, they. By the way, they had to shake up because they fired Coach Pete.
Shake up in the Jersey football scene.
Yeah, it was a big shake up.
Big shake up.
Amazing. We're in high school super chats.
That's
no.
High school sports. Yeah,
it's a big deal, man.
Big deal.
I need to get wait till Danny and I start breaking down high school tape.
Well, now we're here. I got the PIAA 6A state championship basketball odds. Someone's compiled the odds.
There's
I want to see what you think here.
Well, that guy, are you talking about the PA, the account?
Yeah.
I don't know who it is. It's got to be a local guy, and he's pretty good.
He's got Imhotep plus 400, Judge plus 500, Wood plus 700, Plymouth White Marsh comes in at 4 plus 1,300, and then Coatesville 1,600, and then they kind of drop off.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, Imhotep, Judge, or Wood. There's some teams around PA that could give them some challenge, but one of the local teams will get it done. Wood's out west, so this is what happens. It's interesting in 6A when if you're the third seed, you go out west. So it's an easier route. So the 1 and 2 seed have to go against Plymouth, Coatesville, Judge, Imhotep.
Yeah.
They get a little bit easier ride. So I kind of like Wood with the plus 700.
All right. I've been hearing a lot of Coatesville chatter. I've been seeing that on social media.
They got number 3 sophomore in the country.
Yeah.
And so there was a big showdown last the Sunday. Sunday was the big showdown for the District 1 final, Coatesville versus PW.
Mm-hmm.
And it sold out at SJU. And Coatesville jumped them early, was up big. And they triple teamed the kid Hiller. They said, you're not going to beat us. I literally at times there was 3 dudes on him. He's so talented. They had 3 dudes, and they pulled it out because they have 2 seniors. They have a big kid going to Penn, 6'10" kid, and then they have this kid. I think his last name's Sahad, or he's really talented. He's going to Townsend, so they have 2 senior proven guys. Yeah. So PW's, a force to be reckoned with. But I like what the odds, if you're asking me what the best dollar amount is, not that we can bet it, but I would, according to his, I would take Wood because they're out west. It's a little easier to navigate. Yeah. You're not getting beat up on the east side of the bracket.
Okay.
So with
that's good. That's good. That's good knowledge, right?
I love it.
Strategy.
I love it. Also, real funny, there's a guy, he's a listener. I was playing pickup Wednesday night. This other guy, Brian, he goes, I listen every day, but virtually. And last week I turned it on. I didn't realize it was me that was on here.
Oh, he saw you?
Yeah, he actually watched
he didn't
YouTube.
know it was you.
I mean, I just play pickup with him occasionally, so we don't, I'm not talking about, but very funny.
Ah, that's cool.
So shout out to Brian listening. But yeah, we can go through do you want to jump into the PIAA or what?
Yeah, actually, sit tight.
Okay.
Here's what I want to do. We have some business to take care of. All right? So I want to do that, and then because then I want to relax a little bit, go through the playoffs. Want you to lay it out, and then I got to talk a little Sixers with you, a little Phillies.
Love it.
World baseball. We get the whole thing, right?
I'm in.
All right, but let's hear from Philadelphia. What do you think, Jules?
Between the end of the Eagles season and uninspiring Phillies offseason, and the Flyers probably setting a franchise record for missing the postseason a 6th straight year, we need something to be excited about again. So our only hope for real playoff excitement to lift us out of this snow and the doldrums of the last year of sports in this town is a run for Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, VJ, and even PG. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Philadelphia, presented by Togo. Now, today, I have a plea for the Philadelphia 76ers. Everybody knows I'm not the biggest basketball guy, but I'm coming to you now begging for postseason action. Maybe the Eagles' run has spoiled us, and I do remember a time when simply making the baseball postseason was enough to get this town to celebrate in the streets. But we are so far beyond that now. We need the hint of a run, the excitement of Maxey running the floor and Embiid crotch chopping his way back into our hearts may be just what we need to get us feeling like ourselves again. And that is the best sports fans in the country. I am begging you, Sixers, lock up this playoff spot and maybe even pull off a first-round upset. It has been a while since a Philly team, not named the Eagles, has even advanced in the postseason. The Flyers have won one playoff round since 2012, and it was in the 2020 COVID playoffs. Did it even really happen? The Phillies haven't won a series in the postseason since the 2023 NLDS, and the Sixers last made the second round by sweeping the Nets with a team that featured Tobias Harris and James Harden. It has been a long freaking time. So give something to us, Sixers. We need it. And don't we deserve it?
Thank you, Bill. We love you, Bill. Philadelphia. We love Bill Matz. He's great. Don't forget the Flyers show. It's a great show that's going to happen. It's the trade deadline special, 2 to 4 right here on All PHLY. Charlie and Bill have you covered in every way. Before we get back to Danny D, we got a lot of stuff to go over with Danny D, and our Making Varsity segment continues. But first, the World Cup's coming. And that's going to provide a real opportunity for a lot of us here in Philadelphia in the Delaware Valley, because we're talking hundreds of thousands of people, really millions of people, are going to be descending on our region with the World Cup. And that means they need places to stay. There's not enough hotel rooms, all right, Airbnb. So if you want to put your home up and see what you can get for it, well, we found this place. It's unbelievable. It's called AirDNA, all right? And you put your address in, and it's pretty cool. So I spoke to the CEO of AirDNA about an opportunity for us this summer during the World Cup. All right, we got a huge event coming. World Cup frenzy. Cannot wait for this summer, where the Delaware Valley is going to be home to several 100,000 visitors. Millions of people are coming to this region. And joining me right now, because where's everybody staying? That's going to be a big question. And so let's talk to our people. Luke DeMomio from Air DNA is with us. Luke, what do you say, brother?
What's up, Anthony? Good to meet you. This has been a long time coming. I'm excited for today.
Well, this is such a cool thing. We're so excited because Philadelphia will be on the grand stage, and we're really proud of that.
Absolutely. I mean, you guys have France playing in Philly. I think you guys have Croatia,
Yep.
Brazil. Like, we're expecting over 5 million people to attend a soccer match, and we're expecting, I think, over maybe like 1.5 million international travelers. And so Philadelphia, like you said, is about to be on the main stage.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so tell me about Air DNA, and what you guys are doing.
Yeah, so AirDNA, we're big in the short-term rental game, aka Airbnbs. So people in that world know us really well, but we built a tool specifically for homeowners for the World Cup. So AirDNA, we analyze the data of over 16 million listings every single day. We bring that data into our platform. We have really advanced data science modeling to make it actionable and easily to digest information for people to say, like, all right, should I invest in a property in this part of Philly or this part of Philly, or how much could my house make as an Airbnb? And we decided to take that, even all of this data, into a micro level for this macro event. And we've made a World Cup calculator specifically for the World Cup. So we are super excited for people to be able to see how much money they can make renting out their homes for the World Cup.
Oh, that's fabulous. So you basically plug in, you go to the website, which is?
Yeah, airdna.co/PHLY.
Go to the website and plug your address in, and then it'll calculate it?
Yeah, we'll give you an estimate right then for free, absolutely free, on how much we expect you can make. And then we even have a Philadelphia specific guide to understand, like, all right, how do I get set up? What are the regulations? Like, what do I need to do in order to get set up? But we're talking about game-changing money, Anthony. We're not talking, for most people, like $2,000. We're talking like $12,000, $20,000 over this month that people are going to be able to make.
Wow! You got to be kidding me. I think I got to put my house in the calculator, man.
I think you do. I mean, I think the thing that I always talk about with people with soccer is no one understands how big it is.
Yes.
So my example is, I'm in Dallas right now. The Cowboys and the Eagles, we play twice a year, home and away, right? Well, Real Madrid and Barcelona do the same thing. The difference is that match pulls in more viewers than the past 5 Super Bowls combined.
My God. Yeah, it is funny. So I do a lot with the World Cup in Philly and everything that's going on. And we start talking to people, and they go, Dallas Eagles times 100, right? Like, because nobody can really comprehend it. And even that, you go, am I really kind of like, because I think people are really underestimating what this thing could really blow up into.
It's going to be the biggest tourism event in U.S. history. Like that, I can't think of another time where more people are coming to the United States of America. So that's what we're talking about here. And the reality is, like, when people are coming and they're probably staying for 5, 6, maybe even like 2 weeks, like when they're staying for this long and with groups of people, they don't want to be in hotels where they're all isolated. They want to be with family. They want to be all together. And for you to get to open up your home potentially and get to let people have that kind of experience in Philadelphia is, I think, a really cool thing to get to do.
It really is. It's the truth. I mean, listen, we're so proud of our town. One thing about Philadelphians, Luke, is that our whole region is that we're extremely proud, right? We're proud people, and we're proud of what we have. We're proud of our food, right? We're proud of our city and our cityscape. We're proud of our sports teams. So that pride, like, that makes us good hosts, party hosts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Philadelphia, great party host. I spent some time in New York. I came out to Philadelphia quite a bit. Some of the best Italian food in the country, I believe, is in Philadelphia,
My man!
Pennsylvania. And it's a fact. I lived in New York for 6 years. And this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I just want you to know I've maybe got biased the other way, but I've just had some of the best meals of my life in Philadelphia. And so I know Philly's going to show out and just welcome the world in such an incredible way. And right, like you can have this game-changing money on the other end of that, Anthony. And it's like, what do you want to do with that? Do you want to go to a game, like go stay with family and then go to a game, or go on an amazing trip, we go back to the homeland? Like, what are you going to do with that money? That's up to the person hosting, but there's big money on the table here.
Wow, that again, you got my interest. All right. So once again,
Good.
the website, and we're going to put it on the screen, but once again, the website is
airdna.co/PHLY.
Man, people got to do this. All right. I'm doing it.
Absolutely.
All right.
Good.
I could use a little cash influx, so I'm in, man. All right.
Count you in. And for all the Philadelphia listeners here, I just want you to know I also hate the Cowboys. Okay. Like, they drive me up a wall. I've somewhat relinquished my fandom of the Dallas Cowboys. It's just an abysmal organization. I'm jealous of you guys for having a competent general manager. I feel terrible about the Cowboys. You should know this.
I got to tell you, I liked you before I even heard this. I was like, oh, man, Luke's a good dude, man. He's good people. He's my man.
Yeah.
And then you tell me this?
Yeah.
Listen,
it's true.
When you come to Philly, I'm taking you a nice dish of pasta, all right? We're going to go out.
I can't wait. I'm booking my flight right now, Anthony.
I love it. Once again, it's Air DNA. See what your home is worth. Cash out. Cash out. Danny D's going to cash out.
I might have to join it, man. I might be an Air DNA guy for the World Cup.
Oh, dude, listen. You can make bank.
Yeah.
Especially now you got the Shore House.
Go down to Wildwood for a time.
You're hooked up.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
You're hooked up.
Oh, about the Shore also, I know you guys probably talked about it. Scott Keenan wanted to call me yesterday. One mentioned he wanted to hear about Lou Holtz and Notre Dame Harvey always calling the show back in the day. And if you guys got into the Lou Holtz, rest in peace.
So I loved Lou Holtz.
Yeah.
I did. I love Lou Holtz. I just thought he was cool. I interviewed him a few times when I was in New York. There was that Notre Dame Harvey.
Yep. He's a referee.
Is he really?
He's a high school referee.
So I love this guy, right?
Like,
I'd be honest with you. So do you remember Notre Dame Harvey?
I don't.
He was a sports talk.
He would torture Angelo.
Angelo Eskin.
Yeah, they would go at it.
He because Howard was a Miami fan.
Yeah.
And
Catholic versus convicts.
Yes. And Notre Dame Harvey would call up, and it was funny. The program director hated Notre Dame Harvey. Nobody cares about college football because God forbid, like, if I tell them I hate suits, right? Like if I just told you, because they didn't care about sports. Like, it's amazing. You work in an industry, right, where the executive don't care about sports. It's freaking crazy, right? So they used to say, you can't talk college football, can't talk baseball. I couldn't talk. I used to get the program Tom Bigby, and I loved him. He was a great guy, but he used to get mad at me when I was talking Phillies. And I'm like, I want to talk Phillies. The Phillies, I love the Phillies. I want to talk Phillies. And there was an edict, WIP, that you couldn't talk Phillies.
Wow.
It was crazy. So, like, Notre Dame Harvey would call, and I used to, like, talk. I'd be like, oh, yeah, man. I'd go, like, what's going on with Notre Dame this year? I would engage them. And they all of a sudden, they'd be calling on the black phone, the red phone. Red phone was like and then he would disappear because Tom, in his office, he had a kill switch. So he could dump the call, just hang up on the call.
Really?
Yeah, from his office.
That's a violation, VJ.
Yeah, that's late.
So, like, I'd be talking to him, all of a sudden he'd disappear. I look at the producer, and Mike Garafolo was producing me back then.
Yeah.
I look at Mike and go like this, and he go like that. And he point to Big B's office.
Well, they want to do. Scott was saying this summer we got to go down there and do this show from Keenan's. He wants to do it big time.
Yeah.
We will make that happen.
I got a bunch of North Wildwood guys clamoring for some.
Yeah, they want us to get down there,
shows
so
down
we'll figure it out.
I would love to.
I welcome you guys. Crash. We can have a weekend.
Actually, you know what would be fun to do?
Boys weekend.
The Memorial Day weekend.
Let's do it.
That Friday.
Sure.
The gateway to the shore. That would be fun.
Yeah. I'm in.
That'd be down.
Sold. We'll figure it out.
All right, so set us up, man.
Yeah, so we're in state playoffs now, right? We're in the thick of it. It starts this weekend, starts today, and we'll start with the girls. So there's a breakdown. PCL is very well represented on the girls' side. So in 3A today, they have West Catholic playing Notre Dame Green Pond. I always like hearing new high schools I never heard of because I pride myself on knowing all these.
Pennsylvania. Where is that?
I don't know. The game's at West Philadelphia High School.
Green Pond.
But they're playing Notre Dame Green Pond.
Is there such a thing called Green Pond, PA?
What do you got, BG?
I got, Easton.
Oh, really?
All right,
Larry Holmes.
Yeah.
And then we have, that's 3A. And then tonight for girls 6A, we have Ben Salem at Carroll.
Ooh, that's good.
I got friends in Ben Salem, but Carroll's, they're a juggernaut.
Girl, right?
They got
E1?
Eberts. They got the sisters. They're not. They should cruise to the finals. And then we had 6A. We have Cardinal O'Hara at Downingtown East. That's tonight. In 4A, Lansdale Catholic is playing DeLone Catholic. 4A, Newman Goretti girls are playing Susquehanna. 4A girls, we have Bonner versus Susquehanna Township. 5A, we have Sun Valley playing Wood. 5A, we have Bishop Shanahan, which is part of Cassie's.
Where's that at, Bishop Shanahan?
They're playing Bethlehem Catholic tomorrow, 5. And then last, we have Archbishop Ryan playing Villa Maria. So that's the girls' state side. And then for the public league side, we have Imhotep. Let me pull up when they're playing. Imhotep girls is playing. Let me just pull this up. Imhotep girls are playing Spring Grove, and Alden Reed is going to play Palmerton. I don't know, District 11.
What a read. They're good.
They're really good.
Yeah.
They went to the state semifinals last year.
Yeah.
And then on the boys' side, here we go. We got for the public league, Imhotep's playing Garnet Valley. That's tomorrow. We also have Archbishop Carroll, so 4A. So this is how deep the Catholic League is. Like Archbishop Carroll could win 4A. They came in like 10th place in the league.
Wow.
That's just how deep the league is. So they're playing Wissinoming. We have Pope John Paul playing Dobbins. In 4A, we have Devon Prep playing Allentown Central Catholic in 4A as well.
Devon Prep take a step back this year. They were good last year.
Yeah, I mean, the way it's been, they had your boy last year.
Swarthmore guy.
Yeah, Swarthmore.
Man, my VG knows his high school.
Well, VG was like, this kid is like built like a D3, like All-American. I'm like, that's exactly what
I said. I said he's built like a kid I played with. And he went to Swarthmore as a center.
I'm like,
he's going
that's
to
where he's going.
I mean, he's going to Swarthmore.
Yeah, VG now.
They got a type of Swarthmore.
Yeah, they got a profile.
Yeah. Thick, slow white centers.
Yeah, a little skill. You know?
Tons of skill. Can shoot. Yeah,
a little bit of everything. Not fast on the feet, but can do everything else. For 5A, Bonner Prendy is playing Selingsgrove area. And then 5A, Newman Goretti plays Pottstown. I like Bonner to, they kind of lost in the semis to Newman. I like them to go on and kind of win it all in 5A. If you had to ask me, my boy Billy Cassidy over there. And then 3A, Lansdale Catholic is playing Lancaster. West Catholic is playing Lancaster Catholic. Archbishop Wood is playing Souderton, and Judge is playing Springford.
You're a Lancaster guy.
Lancaster.
You're
not
Lancaster. That is Lancaster. I'm just when I'm reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to pick that out, VG.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
I mean, Jules, that's a violation, isn't it not?
No, that's good. I mean, I don't say it that way.
You're a Lancaster guy, aren't you?
I mean, he's grew up in my area. I mean, we're like
Totally derailing
Catholic
everything
guys.
now.
You know? I'm surprised.
Norphans.
Yeah.
Right, but you don't point because he's just reading it. He knows it's Lancaster.
Yeah.
Some people say Lancaster.
No, I don't. I'm a Lancaster guy.
Jules, is that not a violation on VG?
Except
It is.
now we're totally derailed. We're derailed now.
It's Jules.
Listen, she's a yes woman. Whatever you say,
I disagree. I disagree with
She's not a yes person at all.
That's true.
Jules, I was going to bring her one of these.
She's a yes. She's a yes human. He's upset if you call someone a human.
What do you say, people?
No, here's what happens, right? Because
he hates it.
Kids say like, you're a good human. Like, thanks for being a good human.
I don't like that.
Why?
That doesn't sound right to me. You're a good person.
No. Here's what. That's fine. But that's fine. He's okay if you say he's a good human being.
No, but like,
he doesn't like the human.
No, but like, first of all, I don't like the idea of like what I heard somebody saying last night. I did this event, this sports museum. It's not a sports museum. It's the Independence Museum. And they had a sports exhibit. The Declaration of Independence was there. It was nice. It was a real nice event, right? But like there was somebody was talking and about somebody else, and somebody overheard the conversation, and the woman was like, "Why don't you be a good human like that?"
Yeah,
and it just rankles me.
I think it says anything like that.
I just think human just doesn't flow right. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't.
We're human. You're human beings. Like we are.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever said.
And he uses it.
Oh, Jeff busted me. He says I'm an alien. That's why I use it.
That's what I was going to say. You need to differentiate between
the lizard people, right?
Yes,
the lizard person. They got me.
Yes.
I'm out of here.
Well, VG, we're
he's a half a lizard.
Well, we were talking about it.
I'm a vampire, dude, not a lizard.
I don't know. They're all one and the same.
VG's on that. Jim Carrey's a lizard person.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh, he was crazy.
We were messaging about
Don't
that.
act like I'm on an island here. You're going back and forth with me on that one.
I was like, he didn't look
Jim
right.
Carrey thing. Even I mean, he doesn't.
That was
look
crazy.
Like the guy's eye color's different.
That was nuts. Someone's claiming it's someone who dresses up. There's a I guess a costume director who makes the faces.
Yes.
Is claiming they've done it and gone to other places and like acted like someone. They're claiming that they did it, but no one knows for sure. Like, how wouldn't the award show know? How did he get past the award show?
Well, first of all, he didn't sound like himself. He didn't look like himself. He didn't look anything like Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
he didn't sound like him.
And if the Lizard King's calling someone a lizard, I think we got to agree.
Yeah,
with it. I think he knows, right?
Yeah.
I don't call out my own peeps.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what lizard people don't do, though. They don't say Lancaster.
Yeah, that's right.
They say Lancaster.
That's
What's
right.
the Lizard King from? True Detective? Is that True
He
Detective?
said Doors, Jim Morrison.
No, I know, but there was another show. Was it the True Detective had the Lizard King too?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I'm all in on Paradise. I watched a couple last night. Season
Good, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, did you bring this up? Hey, do us a favor. Say some prayers for TV Todd because his dad's in the hospital. And we love TV Todd's family.
TV Todd's
and he's a great, great guy. Yeah. He's a great human, as VG would say.
He is.
We love him. We love him. His dad's sick, and it's why he can't be on the show today. We want to just wish him our prayers and love.
Thinking about you, Todd.
Yeah, Paradise is good.
Yeah, man.
Are you on season 2 or?
Yeah. So I watched it, and then I
saw the first one.
We were all saying like we were unsure how they're going to be season 2.
Is it good?
Yeah, I watched it last night. I kind of was going in with low expectations. I'm kind of liking it.
That's cool.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's cool. That's good. I saw the first episode.
Okay. Yeah,
of the season.
It gets better.
Okay.
I watched a couple last night, so
because it was interesting how they tried to set up. I was trying to figure out where they were going to go from there.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's go run through the gamut with you. First, VG, you would love this. Danny D and I, we do a show tomorrow. In fact, every Saturday morning on Fox about NIL. It's called Project NIL. It's youth sports, college sports, the whole thing. So Danny and I did a whole show on reimagining college football.
We got into it. It was nice.
Like the tiers, like we were.
I was dreaming.
It was an entire show.
From hanging out, I put it on. I was like,
it was an entire. We talked about it for an hour, and we could have went for another hour.
Oh, easily. We have details, charts, graphs, how to fix it. Like it was on another level.
Well, because we got on this topic because today there's gonna be a roundtable where Trump and the White House has invited, Tim Tebow and Nick Saban and owners of different sports to try to figure out a way to fix college sports right now. Mm-hmm. So there's a couple ADs, the guy at Notre Dame, Bevilacqua. So there's a bunch of different people coming in to this roundtable to try to figure it out. And we were saying, like, how would we fix it?
Dude, I wonder, are they inviting any current player? Like Tebow's fine, but he's not. He didn't.
Charlie Ward got an
exist in
invite.
this world.
How about Charlie Ward got an invite?
Yeah.
Dual sports.
Yeah, but why not have a couple kids? Like, so you get in the mindset of the kids that are in the thick of it
What
right now
position
too.
did Charlie Ward play?
He's a quarterback.
There you go.
And
I don't know.
no, what's the other sport that he played?
No, baseball.
Basketball, man. New York Knicks.
Point guard.
PG. Quarterbacks and PGs, they see it, baby.
Yeah,
They see
That's
it.
why the question.
Dude, you tested my memory like this is new. I mean, enough with the low hanging fruit, dude. My lizard brain is terrible, dude. I got no lizard brain. You know that.
Oh man,
Lizard brain small.
Wait, lizards are they herbivores? They might be herbivores.
You're not a vampire. You're a lizard. Now we figured out what you are.
Nah, lizards like the sun though. I don't like to hang out in the sun.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah, you are. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're the vampire lizard. Speaking of lizards, Lizardo yesterday was unbelievable.
That's your boy,
right?
That's your guy.
3 innings, 5 strikeouts for the lizard.
They got to sign him before the season starts, right?
Dude, I said that to him.
You got it before the price goes.
Did I not say they got to sign him?
You got to sign him before the season starts.
Dude,
why wouldn't he sign though?
Yes.
Why
Well,
would
I
he?
think
right.
Because there's injuries, right? You don't know what's going to happen. So also, like, I
You're
know
a
he's
pitcher,
confident.
man.
An injury and his stock goes down
Risk.
big time. There's a risk. So I think he likes being here.
Yeah.
If he did well here.
Well, I understand. I just don't. From his side,
Come on, Yachtsman.
I think I think
Middleton, not touch. That would only count against the tax next year.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah. All right.
I think you
Come on, Dombrowski.
I think you do it. I think you pay him now. I mean,
It's too early to talk about that, Anthony. We're just getting started. The yacht's just getting in shape.
oh man.
All right.
But yeah.
World Baseball, you watching World Baseball Classic?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, I won't watch all the games, but I'll watch some when they're on and I'm home. And then obviously, hopefully we win it and get there and then the big moments. But yeah, Bryce is fired up. He looks like he's locked in.
Yeah.
What do you think the lineup's
I
going to
love
be? I
Bryce.
see a lot of discussion. What do you think the hitting's going to be? 1, 2, 3. What do you think they do?
I mean,
Do they have it?
They're all over the place with it.
I don't, unless somebody.
They're saying
Checks it
I
out.
saw Bryce go 2
Yeah.
potentially with Schwarber behind him. Get some protection.
I would love that.
Protect Bryce. But then you
Listen,
go lefty-lefty.
Bryce protected Schwarber last year.
Well, that's what they're saying. And then, yeah, so how does that play out if you go Turner, Bryce, Schwarber, right? But then where's the rest of protection coming the rest of the lineup?
Right.
You got to go, you probably go,
I mean,
do you go Garcia
I would
4?
go 4.
And then are you going to go Bohm 5?
I mean,
put probably someone else in 5.
well, you go Stott 5.
Stop 5, yeah.
Stott's hitting the ball well.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the potential. I've always been a big Stott guy. Great defender. I think he's got the intangibles. I think he just,
You go Stott 5, and then Bohm 6.
you got Crawford at the bottom to turn the lineup
and
over.
you got JT 7.
JT 7. I like JT in the 7 hole.
Here's the thing, man. I'm trying to find this.
Who am I missing?
Marcus Hayes did a special. Did a piece
left
on-
field. Marsh or whoever.
Oh, Marsh, right.
They
I
go
break
8.
up actually JT 8 because I would go left, right, left,
Yeah,
right,
left,
left,
right.
right.
Yeah, I would like to see Harper with some
Yeah,
some protection. He's never had it
no,
because we've never had a 4. Because we've never had a 4 hitter.
I mean, I think the problem is that Schwarber's not a 3-hole hitter.
I know that's the problem, but you got to give him protection. So you can't put Turner at 3.
No, and I hate going lefty because it makes you vulnerable.
Yeah.
If you're a team with a great lefty bullpen,
Yep, makes you vulnerable.
It makes you
it's just
vulnerable.
that's the big knock. It's like we have no protection and at a right-handed
that's
bat.
why Dombrowski, we said it a million times.
Yeah,
Like I know he was talking Bichette, which would have been a good move, but
yeah, that's the fix. That would have been the fix.
there would have been a fix.
That would have been the
The
fix.
thing is, Marcus Hayes broke it down. Bryce Harper has his best head of all the people who batted behind him. When Bohm's batting behind him, his stat line is really good and productive when Bohm's behind him.
Is there a lot? Is that a big sample size or no?
Yeah, it's a decent sample size. I'm trying to find the exact, but it was like
Well,
I was surprised
Who were
by
the other guys?
Schwarber did some time behind him and JT. I think.
How often did Schwarber? I don't remember who Schwarber hit a lot.
He rarely goes
Bryce.
left at. Yeah.
Do you?
No, I mean I always thought Bryce protected him.
I need to see the numbers. Did he break it down and give you the numbers?
Yeah, I can't find them.
Well,
Because I don't remember Schwarber hit behind Bryce.
yeah, if Bohm, I mean, look, Boom's so up and down. I mean, he has stretches. He's no power, but if he's batting 300
I
behind him,
hate Bohm hitting 4.
I know.
He's just not a 4.
Oh, we talked about it last year. I mean, the fact that we
Hate
had
it.
Bohm Marsh 4-5 was just laughable.
I know.
We still had 95 wins.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
I almost would rather. Let me ask you a question. If Stott continued to hit, and you led Stott off, and you hit Bryce second, Turner third, Schwarber 4.
Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah, I'm good
I
with
would
that.
like to, if we could figure out, I know Trey Turner likes leading off and he's great stealing bases, but I would love for him to be second or third because then you get more
I
protection.
love him
gives you that
second,
depth.
but the problem is you're still going
Left.
right.
Let's put it up. Yeah, I agree with you. No, I would love for that to happen. If you third is great. I mean, Bryce can move too. It's not like you got
The problem is you have Crawford hitting 9, and you're a lefty. So you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't be. It's amazing.
You get back Crawford 7.
Yeah. It was nuts. It's amazing how you can't. Right-handed hitters are like not existent.
It's crazy. Yeah,
Like you need right-handed hitters.
I know.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. We needed one. We'll see if they try to figure it out or someone.
Cassidy's tearing the ball up with San Diego.
Is he?
It was his birthday, you know.
He's batting like 315.
It was his birthday yesterday.
Was it?
In fact, our friend little Joey Marone.
Oh yeah.
Got a.
How's Joey doing these days?
He's doing good.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
Still rocking the board.
You're still rocking the board. I think he may get into real estate.
Okay.
Oh, he'd be good at that.
So
Good personality.
We're hoping.
Castellanos got 19 at bats, batting 316 with a home run and 5 RBIs.
I mean, he's a.
Just need to change the scenery.
Nah, he's a dude who's comes in waves.
Yeah, he stinks.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Speaking of baseball, I actually want to bring this up. Speaking of baseball, there's another trade.
What we got?
Blackhawks traded the captain.
Oh, Massimo Rizzo got traded. The Flyers traded Massimo Rizzo.
Oh yeah.
I loved him. He was my guy.
Who'd they
For
trade?
obvious reasons.
Yeah.
They traded Massimo Rizzo and Gendron to the Bruins for Brett Harrison and Jackson Edward.
See, this is a sport I'm not in the weeds enough.
I'm not.
I don't know. Like
I know Massimo Rizzo, but
you're a role player on teams. I don't
only
play.
because of my kid.
Yeah.
Can I just say this for a second? VG, Sunday, we had Danny's baseball coach, Justin, all right, who is an awesome guy, right? A great baseball man. He was our guest coach for our travel team.
Okay.
This dude, can I just give him love?
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Sharp.
Oh my God. Like, so he showed Moss this, because normally your change up, like you want it down on your palm, but it does take so much out of your velocity, right? And he showed him, instead of throwing a circle change, because sometimes you have longer fingers, and Moss got longer fingers, he was able to give him a 3-finger change, so you're really not changing your motion on your fastball, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it worked great. Like, he taught these kids, just a real sharp dude.
Yeah,
great teacher to the
Justin
kids.
Hanley, great coach. I'm excited for him to have a season. Yeah, he's great and very knowledgeable. Really warm guy, and yeah, I'm excited.
Great with the kids.
Yeah, and we got
a great teacher.
Yeah, and we got a good mix of young and old we got a third baseman going to Georgetown, so we got some guys. Junior. Yeah. So we got some guys. Yeah, baseball should be. I'm excited for it to start up. Snow's finally going away.
Yeah, you can see your field.
Yeah. I can't handle another snowstorm.
No, we're done. Thank God.
Let me ask you guys this. I saw this nugget come across about college basketball referee pay, and that the referees may have an incentive to lean certain ways. So the MAC conference pays their referees $2,000 to $2,500 a game. Pretty good salary.
That's high from compared.
MAC. Big Ten pays $2,800 to $4,200.
Yeah.
So they're saying if you got a smaller matchup, a Big Ten team versus smaller, it's in the best interest for the Big Ten power conferences to like this referee, so they get more Big Ten games.
Yeah. There's a big disparity. I mean,
they should all be paid the same.
Yes.
There's a big disparity.
$1,400 a big deal.
Like,
big deal.
Yeah. Like ACC is like, it's all different. It's not a flat rate. Like, and even in high school, it's different depending on your league.
Yeah.
Which is wild. So it's
Yeah. So the story was,
high school basketball, like 95, 100.
Yeah.
I think we're at 100. Maybe 100,
it's not worth it, man. That gym, Father Joe or the Ryan
I
gym.
know, it's wild.
Yeah.
When I would when I would do the palestra, when I was running it, I would give him a little treat, give him 200 a game.
Is that legal?
No, I would just give him a raise for making it to be selected.
Yeah,
to be the guy on that stage.
It's being in the playoffs, the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
No, so I would just say, because we would give out I would say, here's an
You
extra.
got envelopes you're handing out?
Envelopes, yeah.
I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How about football? What do they get paid for football?
Football it's 7 guys at like 94 or something like that.
Yeah. You need it, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, look, they do a service. You're traveling, if you break it down by hour, you're probably making $20 an hour. It should be more.
Try driving.
Yeah, it's probably 5 hours.
It's, the whole 9.
You do it for the love of it. And yeah, I mean, you do it for the passion, but like some people rather do the lower leagues because there's not as much pressure.
And they can stack them too. They can stack 4 games in it. Like the refs come to one gym and you're doing back-to-back games.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I'm always in favor of kind of bumping them as much as we can. But when we're in the Catholic League, our goal was to always be the highest paid so we get the best officials.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaveri Kennedy, is that his name?
Balling.
Yeah.
He's going to get
out of Father Judge.
Bag.
Just won MAC Player of the Year as a rookie. First rookie to do it in that conference.
His only offer was Mary Mac.
Really?
Yeah. And I think he's going to go where he wants. I think he should follow. I mean, maybe follows Gallo. Gallo's going to get a job. How about LaSalle not hiring Gallo? No disrespect to LaSalle.
Nah, come on, man.
He wanted the job last year.
You're so right. You're so right.
And he's doing it's not like he brought back his team. He's doing it with a whole new team.
Yeah.
And he believed how did LaSalle? How did the local schools not offer Kaveri Kennedy?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen him since he was a kid. He played for him, Jordan Ellerby, Jaron McKee. All of them played for Team Jacko. Mark Jackson's AU team. They were like the top kids in the area. They're all crushing it. Jordan Ellerby's at Florida Gulf Coast.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
he's averaging 16 a game.
You can't let these kids.
But they're not getting offers. Like he didn't. Like Jordan Ellerby didn't have a Temple or St. Joe's offer.
Right.
Goes to FCCU. He scored 42 in a game this year.
Yeah, man.
Kaveri Kennedy didn't have a St. Joe's or.
He's averaging 18.
Averaging 18, like 6 and 6. Player of the year.
Yeah.
And
point guard with like 6 rebounds a game.
Yeah, he's a monster. But like, I don't get it. Like we don't offer the local kids. Like they should have had their offers from here.
I agree. I got news for you. One of my first things to Matt Campbell and people at Penn State are, hey, you got to own this area.
You got to own it.
If you own Philadelphia and South Jersey, you're going to be good.
Yeah.
There's elite talent that's coming out of here.
I
get Texas. I get Florida. I get Georgia. I get California. There's good kids here.
I mean, we talk about it all the time. The Philadelphia area has cross sports is like a top 10 league in the country in every sport. Because the Interac is so strong in lacrosse and baseball and other sports. And there's really good football and basketball there as well. But the PCL is a top 5 league in the country in basketball and football as well. So there's so much talent in the backyard. And I get it. They say, kids want to move around. But you got to own this area and you got to be present. I tell them all the time, you got to be around.
That's it. All right, time now as we approach noon.
Wow, you guys are a marathon show today.
All right, a record today. Time now to go back in the day.
Yes.
Yes, what we got?
We're going back. We're going back. We're going back in the day with True Mark. Oh, yeah.
We're going 22 years ago yesterday. I was hoping to get this in when we had Boucher. We didn't run out of time, but
I saw this.
Flyers Senators.
200 minutes or something like that, 200 injections, something crazy.
419 penalties.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We
still a record.
You're
love
right.
that. I love that.
Oh, my God. We should have did it with Boucher. I forgot.
When I was a kid, the Hershey Bears Phantom games were the best.
Oh,
The whole teams were just fighting.
Well, how about my main man? Who was the toughest of them all?
Frank the Animal.
Yes.
Frank the Animal would crush people. He stepped on the ice, he was fighting.
Dude, Frank's stories are the greatest stories ever.
Yeah.
Frankie, in fact, now that we're not bound by FCC, because I would have him on weekly, but he would curse all the time, like, and he used to stress out the producer, right?
Yeah,
because he would just drop curse. But Frankie was a bodyguard, right? He would play hockey, and he was a bodyguard for like a half a gangster type of guy.
Yeah,
in Winnipeg.
In Winnipeg, gangsters in Winnipeg.
Gangsters everywhere.
Frank the Animal Bialos or something?
Yes, Bialos.
Bialos, yeah.
Frankie's story's wild. I'm gonna get him on one time where you guys are on.
Oh,
and Frankie's gonna tell stories.
So what did the goalies get in the fight here?
Yeah,
The goalies threw down.
I think. Yeah.
Shear, and finally they dropped them. The penalty call was on the way in the first place. As Ray comes in, lands a couple, took a couple in the first place. And now Boucher trying to yank his jersey off.
I used to love when Big E would fight.
Ray trying to get a hand free, falls, gets back up. And now Ray trying to come over the top of the right hand of his own. And I think Ray had been cut earlier in this fight as he took one really early.
At some point, when they got everything done, there were only like 8 players not in the penalty box.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love when the goalies come out to center ice and it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's the best.
Let's go.
Yeah. There's always one that's ready. The other one's probably like,
they never collide.
Yeah.
It's always one like,
come on, let's go. Get it over with.
All that equipment on.
Yeah, come out.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Jules, you're the greatest.
Love you. Right back at you.
That was the blast. You killed it. You slayed it. Danny DDAD, you're the man, buddy.
Appreciate you guys. So fun as always. I love my Fridays with you. So much fun. So yeah, it's a good time.
Let's go hang out. Let's go. You got time for? You have to go back to school?
I gotta go back to school, but first Friday we're hanging out.
Yes.
We're
tournament first Friday. VG.
He's got plans, I think.
You know where I'll be. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's Anthony's gonna have the boys.
I got plans, man. You know.
What do you got plans? What do you
I've
got?
been doing the same thing for 25 years, man.
Is it O'Neill's or somewhere?
Yeah, hit O'Neill's.
I don't know that place.
I thought that was Thursday.
Thursday and Friday.
All right. Oh, real quick. All right, we might as well get it over with. We could tease it for next week, but real quick. So here's what I want to do. I want to expand the tournament. All right, the number of teams in the tournament. I'm going to have. What did I say it was? It was 80, 76 teams, 64, 78 teams. I'm gonna have 40 first round games.
I think you were at 80.
Right. I'm gonna have 40 first round games. So I'm gonna have 10. It's gonna start Tuesday. I'm gonna do 10 on Tuesday, 10 on Wednesday, 10 on Thursday, 10 on Friday.
I'm in. I love it. It's probably my favorite day of the year. It's so much fun.
Yeah, you don't need to break it into 4 days though. It's perfect the way it is.
No, because now
I can't get enough of it though.
With 10, you could watch every game.
Yeah.
I could stagger it all day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in. I love it. I mean, it's March Madness is amazing.
You can't be taking off 4 days of work for this.
Well, historically, I didn't take off Thursday, but I'd watch it from the office.
Yeah, but now you got that 4 days. It's too much.
No, it's not. No, it's not too
man
much.
with serious jobs.
It's not too much.
Man with serious jobs. It's too much.
But it's not too much.
Look,
what's too much about March Madness?
You're gonna have to sit alone. Watch it. I want to be out with the boys for 2 straight days. Boom.
So here's what I would do. You ready? I would have I'd have a tip off at noon.
All right.
All right. Tip off at 2. A tip off at 4. All right.
Yeah.
A couple at 7, like stagger 7, and then 9 and 10.
Got the nightcap.
I mean, what's wrong with that? That's 10 games.
Yeah, I mean, I love it.
And how great would that be?
Also, shout out to whoever made the Penn Charter spring break calendar this year. Where spring break starts Wednesday before the tournament and goes to the following Monday.
Perfect.
All for the first weekend and the opening day, Phillies.
Perfect.
Come on.
That's fabulous.
Fabulous. Shout out to whoever made that. I'm so excited.
You're living.
A sportsman world right there.
That's a sportsman.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you guys. I need some advice. I just got a text message that apparently PennDOT's looking for me, my final notice for a traffic violation. I can click this link to square it away and avoid further penalties. What do you think?
Scam.
What?
Yeah.
Scam.
PA.gov, GOVE, US.
Yeah.
Oh, GOVE.
You are getting okey dokes.
Oh my God.
That's the okie doke right there, boy.
That's fantastic. All right, everybody. We love you. We'll get out of here. Get out of your hair. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, Flyers special coming up today from 2 to 4. All right, on PHLY. You're going to love it. Love you guys. See you Monday.
We all silly like the mayor.